Hey, what is up, guys? It is Joe Dirt. We have a wonderful opportunity here that we are sponsored by Raise Energy. If you click the link in the panel below that says Raise Energy, it's our affiliate link. Use the code Joe Dirt for 15% off. This is a cool opportunity for us because it will help us get kickback as well as get you a great product. My favorite is obviously Baja Lime. It is amazing. They do have several other flavors here as well, but I would recommend, if you're looking for a canned energy drink, to get the variety pack 1 or 2 to give yourself a little bit of a different take. Also, these are sold at any GNC or vitamin shop across the US, so bearing that in mind as well. So that way, if you want to go down to your local GNC or vitamin shop or possible gas station, but it's better to go to a GNC, you guys can pick it up and try one for yourself. So they do offer the different cases here for different flavors, as well as they do offer a popcorn as well. So they offer a snack, and they also have different flavors as well. Peanut butter cup is great if you're looking for a healthy alternative snack, and if you enjoy popcorn. Also, they do have pre-workout, as well as they do have the different weight loss, muscle builders, as well as health and wellness. I do like their hypersleep. It is good for for those of you like me that have a hard time sleeping. I do favor their sour gummy flavor. It is nice, as well as it just helps you get that clean sleep, as well as it does not affect you as much when you wake up. It helps you go into sleep as well as come out as well. It is awesome. They do have a lot of apparel as well, which is great. I mean, everybody knows that we love apparel here. It is awesome. As you can see, I've got this great quality shirt. Love it. But yeah, guys, that's about it. Like I said, if you want to pick up some of the Raise Energy, click the link below. Use code Joe Dirt, 15% off. And guys, again, this opportunity was made possible by you and by your support. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you in a few.
We're hero approved. Look at this guy over here. This is Grouch Couch, where the players are guaranteed to be more intoxicated than their characters. Ha! And they're gonna make you laugh your ass off. And that guy over there, dragons in the dining room. They actually stream from their dining room, and I don't know how they put the fucking dragons in there, but it's pretty sweet. They all jammed in there. It's great. The guy down there, Joe Dirt. Yeah, got to jump in the hole. Got to jump in that hole. Good homebrew stuff. Yeah, good times. This little lady down here, wholesome heart. That's what she. A little bit of chaos. Yeah, a little bit of chaos. And me, you gotta catch me on Saturdays. Agent Spooky's Pocket Mojo. Hit the road. And we are hero approved.
Don't laugh. You're making me laugh.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Joe Dirt. So, I'd like to thank you guys all, first off, for the massive amount of support that we've received over the past few months. We've been growing, and I've been wanting to say thank you. To take a step back and let you guys know that what you guys do is appreciated. Thank you for the bits, thank you for the subs, and most of all, thank you for your time. We don't get a chance to say it enough, but thank you. Thank you so much. Everyone that's in chat, everyone that just comes by to say hi, even the lurkers out there, I know you guys are out there. Thank you. Thank you so much. We hope to continue to grow, to continue to move forward, and we continue to be able to bring you guys content and just our personalities and just overall everything that we have to offer you. Thank you all, and guys, see ya very soon.
Good afternoon, good midday, happy Sunday, y'all, and welcome to another episode of the Saga of Black Lotus, hosted by here, Just Roll with a Gaming Group. I am Mike. I am the primary DM here on our flagship campaign for some D&D Homebrew 5th edition every Sunday at noon. Let's see. Big announcements. One of them, which would probably be coming next year. We're looking at some rebranding, reorganization of our little stream, of our little group. Some big stuff in the works to expand our content. One of which is to shift a lot of our TTRPGs, especially our flagship campaigns that we'll run. Doesn't always not always be D&D. It might be something else. Really depends on what we choose. But it's gonna head on over to our own group channel. Joe Dirt will still be Joe Dirt. He will still do what he loves doing here. So nothing's really changed on anyone's accord. We're just shifting all of our major group collaborations to its own channel. We're looking to also hopefully upgrade, or not upgrade, but like update our YouTube with more content frequently. Um, I know I have a lot of stuff in terms of tabletop war games, other tabletop RPGs. I think a good majority of our one shots are going to be also transferred over to our YouTube. So go ahead there, give us a follow, give us a subscribe, give us a like, comment down below what you like about some of the episodes when you watch them. I know a good part of or majority of us are pretty responsive, so definitely don't hesitate to comment. We definitely appreciate it. We could definitely use the support. And also, we just love to interact with those that watch our content and enjoy it with us along the way. 2020 has been a crazy year, and we're hoping to, along with everyone else in the TTRPG community and tabletop warrior community, along with game community, to hopefully make some good, fortunate turnarounds in 2021. So look forward to that. New logo, new name, new overlays, a bunch of stuff, cool stuff. I know I'm ready to go, put in some more time, more effort to bring you all some great content. Any other announcements on my end? No patch notes yet. We are looking to ending our first major story arc, first contract here with Black Lotus. Maybe today, maybe another weekend. I will say that we will be streaming next weekend over the holidays. It is Sunday, so if you aren't doing anything, drop on by, come through. Hopefully we finish today, but if not, then we'll continue on.
Crossing our fingers.
Next weekend for sure. Yeah, it's been a long year, but like I said, the group, I let them play at their pace. I let them make their decisions, and I want them to be comfortable and making their decisions and not force them to do things right away. The story is what they make of it. I'm just here to guide them. Other announcements on my end? Nope. Before Joe goes ahead and talks about our sponsors and our stream team, does anyone here have any announcements they want to do, little promos for themselves, anything upcoming that they're doing? Doesn't even have to be part of what they're currently doing on Twitch or whatever.
I might be streaming some sort of video game later, but I don't know for sure. So
For sure.
keep an eye out, maybe.
Go ahead and check out Jelly Gato. Links down below. Everything's linked with our group. Anyone else?
Coming in January, post-Christmas, there'll be a special post-Christmas Star Wars little one-shot that I'll be doing.
Awesome.
We'll be boarding a space station to do something, to retrieve something. And
But
it's going to be fun.
To retrieve the butts. Of
All
Yeah.
hail the
Retrieve the
almighty
butt.
Ted Fucker.
Touch the
literally-
butt.
It's
Touch the
literally-
butt of Darth Vader. That's
Can
your
I be-
goal. Go.
Can I be Darth Ted Fucker?
No.
No, because
Um,
Darth Vader's the only one, and he has no apprentice.
That's true. Yeah, we're gonna be stealing carbonated butts. Apparently.
Yes.
I mean, if there's at least one butt, and then I'm gonna be upset.
I'm already gonna tell you right now. I already know my character. I'm gonna be a worker droid. I will probably be like a forklift droid. That's my character. That's what I'm gonna be.
I'm going to lift you to your death.
My
I'm gonna send
original idea
Freedom.
was going to be like an ammo droid, but I changed it because I'm also thinking of being a back
Oh
to
god,
droid.
an ammo droid? Jesus fucking Christ.
Or I was thinking a back to tank droid who just drops back to
No,
tank.
you should be a
Or
generator droid.
or a garbage droid. I'm honestly down to be a garbage droid, so you can hide stuff in there. Yeah, that's
I
my.
sec-
generator
I
droid.
sexually identify as a garbage droid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be some sort of droid.
Okay. Yeah, you
That's
beat me
what
to
I'm
it.
gonna be. I'm gonna be some sort of droid.
Man, I have no
You
clue what I'm
sexually
gonna
identify
be.
as a garbage
So,
droid.
No gaming. No more Cyberpunk for a while, or are you gonna just not stream them?
oh me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I was talking about the campaign for
Oh, yeah.
the one shot. I was like, I have no clue what I'm gonna be. I was letting
Yep.
everybody else finish before I started talking
Oh,
because
man.
I was. Yeah.
Yesterday, I started a Twitch versus player Skyrim run. Most of the mods are just for aesthetics and a little bit of just tomfoolery. I have set up bit rewards as well as channel point rewards to completely derail me. It sucks. Dom didn't even get murdered my chickens. Dion, I did give you the points back, and I changed that command because I wanted to find a Legend of Zelda mod that would all the chickens would attack me. I have changed it to jail time, so I have to do something to get myself thrown into jail and then break out of jail. But basically, my mission is to get through the main story, and chat's mission is to completely derail me and stop me. And we'll just see how long it takes for me to complete the main story of Skyrim.
Fantastic.
Never gonna happen. You'll never finish the game. You'll never finish the game.
I took 4 hours yesterday.
It only takes one mod and to derail your entire game.
I took 4 hours yesterday, and a good portion of it was just me absolutely dicking around. I have now just started to make my trek to the Greybeards for the very first time. So we'll see how long this lasts.
You're playing. I saw you were playing Argonian.
An Argonian archer build.
That's right.
Just pure archer, nothing else. The sneak is getting there, but right now
It's gonna get there.
Gotta get that sneak
Are
attack.
you gonna do the Thieves Guild route real quick, just to grab
I
some of that
am
stuff?
I am not doing any side quests unless chat tells me to do them.
Oh, I see. For sure.
So like I'm not doing Dark Brotherhood. I'm not doing
Correct.
Thieves Guild.
Easy mode. It's super easy place. You're so broken.
If I did Thieves Guild Archer where I got all the sneak bonuses, yeah, it would be absolutely fucking broken.
Not even just the archer builds in Skyrim are just really. Super...
Hell, even
Well,
the
you can-
gear
you
from
can
the
blame-
Assassin's Guild.
You can blame Dion for that one.
Oh, it's everyone knows this. Archery in that game is super easy. It's super fun.
Yeah.
But man, you can just wreck almost everything. Like Dragon Priests. Bink, bink, bink.
But I also though have channel point and bit rewards to where like you can mess with my loadout to where like
Yeah,
I could be mid fight and then you could redeem the get rid of your weapon or blindfold and I could be absolutely fucked.
Or
Oh, gosh.
like replace your arrows with something else. That'd be dope.
That's
Drop all your arrows
terrifying.
immediately.
They're dildos.
Your arrows heal your enemies. Awesome.
I'll have to find something about that. I like the idea of that.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be super dope. That would be crazy. Or
Yeah.
like summons chickens that attack you. I don't know.
Some type of arrow mod. I'll have to
Time for
dick
the
around
trink
with the
engines,
mods
please.
and see what I can do.
Fuck that. That's just gonna break your game.
God.
Why are there 10 times the trink engines attacking me? This is horseshit.
They're
Why
just
are they
rolling.
flying?
They're just rolling their eyes every time.
Macho
Why
Man
are they
Randy Savage
flying?
jackets, please.
Oh, I love that mod when it first came out, and then it got really sort of annoying eventually.
First right out. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right.
Oh.
Joe, anything going on this week for you as well?
This upcoming week, we're doing a little bit of a if you've anybody's noticed the stream from yesterday, we are going to be doing a tiny bit of content shift for the channel and everything. There's going to be a lot more I like the idea of doing a lot of OBS back behind the scenes stuff. So it helps because I can go into like just chatting and stuff like that, and really do some behind the scenes things, working with the Orn board, as well as setting things up and prepping a lot of things. So during the week, working pending, obviously there will be no stream at any point in any Monday because I work too much. But I think there's going to be a lot of gaining assets on stream, as well as setting up scenes and everything like that, and getting everything for that prepared, and being able to showcase how to work within OBS in a more proficient manner. I'm not the best at it, but I have a few years of experience working with it, so I do like the idea of being able to answer more questions. And then there still will be gaming content because I do enjoy playing video games, and I've managed to break Cyberpunk 2077 along with the rest of the community, and it's kind of great. So I will be just continuing my playthrough with Cyberpunk. Once I just need it to become more stable, because the last time I streamed it, the game was lagging, but my audio was perfectly fine. So I was like, and then also we do have the Yule Festival for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So we're also gonna do that eventually. But yeah. Other than that, I mean, it's gonna be a lot more tech involvement, because I wanna, do a little bit more of that, like info grinding and stuff. But also, Since it is the 20th, I'm gonna open up my advent calendar.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So if you guys don't know what this is, I've been opening this up for the last month whenever I streamed. I haven't done it on here because last time I forgot. This is the Dragon Ball Z advent calendar. Instead of candy, because I don't eat sweets all that much, it is Funko Pop minis. So if everybody knows that I do enjoy Dragon Ball quite a bit. But any guesses who it could be?
Android
Krillin.
18.
18. I've already gotten Krillin, so
Dang.
I've actually gotten 2 Krillins.
Bulba.
Well, then, yeah, you
Bulma?
definitely need Android
18.
18. Yeah.
Okay.
But he's,
Oh.
yeah, that's the one you can make it.
Yeah.
18 and 19 mixed up.
Yeah. I mean, they're
Piccolo.
technically twins. I've gotten Piccolo.
Damn it.
any other guess?
I'm sticking with Bulba.
Okay, Bulma. All right, guys, here we go. Close.
Chi-Chi!
Chi-Chi.
Aw, it's so cute.
I knew
love
we'd
her
get a
little bun.
Chi-Chi.
Yeah, I figured I was curious. Like the best mom in anime. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Mhm.
I mean, she has to deal with Goku, who is by far the worst dad
Best-
in anime
most-
history.
The best, most awkward princess of a mom.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but we got Chi-Chi. I'm actually excited about that because now that gives me hope that there is a Bulma, and there could be an 18. Because I was concerned that there wouldn't be because I mean they are part of the original cast because we've gotten some of the Saiyan boys and stuff for everybody that
That's cute.
hasn't
Yes.
seen. And then we've gotten the most of the cast and crew, and then we've gotten our little baby bean boy
Chatsu.
Chaozu.
I live vicariously through Chatsu.
Dude, Chaozu's he's
Chelsea's a punk.
Exactly.
He is.
and then see we got the little babby Krillin.
Hell yeah, dude. Baby Krillin was such a badass. Like in Dragon Ball, like
Yeah.
he was such a hard ass, but then I don't know, I think maybe because he got whipped by Android.
I mean,
He was already whipped beforehand.
I don't
Yeah.
blame him though. Like
Come on, 18 pegs. Come on.
18. Yeah, that's true.
Dude,
18.
after
But also pissing me
after.
off that she wasn't as like good afterwards. She just became
We all know
mom.
she's a pegger.
non-existent eventually. Like she just became irrelevant. Which
I
sucks.
mean,
Well,
she
she
came back in Super, but like
Yeah, but she's not. She just wasn't what it once was.
she was a stay-at-home mom.
That's no
Yeah.
excuse.
She made Krillin radiate heavy bottom energy.
Whatever. Krillin had a mustache. He was rocking beards and actually had hair. So
Beards and mustaches.
props.
Yeah, I mean,
Chatsu
he
was the
was.
first good alike character.
that is
true,
true.
that's true.
Not inaccurate.
He's still a punk though, in my opinion. He was such a punk to me.
Dude, but yeah, no, like that's I've been having fun doing it. I'm just excited to see what I'm just excited to see it.
Now I'm gonna go watch some Dragon Ball Z abridged.
You should. Oh god, you should.
Chatsu, we already brought you back with the Dragon Balls once. We can't do it again. What?
I think the funniest death is Chiatsu.
No, Yamcha. Yamcha's one of the ones
Yamcha,
where he's curled up in the
yeah.
fetal position.
Yeah.
It just became a meme.
I love what Abridge did with it, where he was just like doing this whole inspirational speech, and then yeet, boom, like mid speech, he just gets jumped.
dude, dude,
Every
Yam-
time Krillin dies, then there's a counter.
yeah.
All I'm saying is that they need to bring back the Red Ribbon Army, and they're like the #1 powerhouse in the universe. Red Ribbon Army.
Just fuck it.
I had a shirt that had the Red Ribbon Army on it, but it doesn't fit.
A buddy of mine has a hat. My roommate,
That's dope.
he has the Red Ribbon Army hat.
Super dope.
Yeah, no, I'm super stoked because like, yeah, I know, right? Because like,
Did you say super
don't worry-
stroked?
I'm
Yeah.
super. I'm super stoked. Yeah,
Super
because like,
stoked.
don't worry, I can bring you guys back. I have all 7 Dragon Balls. Don't worry about it.
I'm not.
Don't worry about it.
You're a fucking nerd, bro.
I know, right? Fucking
With great power.
That's super dope,
cool.
though. That's super dope.
Booty bitches.
yeah. So like, I want to get the glass ones. Like they're super expensive. They're like
Yeah.
100 and something,
But
100
they're
to like
such
200.
a centerpiece. Like
Yeah.
they look so good wherever you put them.
Yeah, because like what?
Focal point.
Yeah, because like once I get like more, once I move into a space that has more like room to stream, I'll have more knickknacks in the background and stuff, and like I can do something with them. But yeah. Other than that, yeah, I don't got much. I mean, a lot of the thing. If you guys want to come check out the stream, especially in the future, I will be doing a lot of work on the campaign and stuff. Or
Awesome.
not on the campaign, but on the
Thanks. Yes.
the
Yeah,
stream.
which is
for
cool. Which is super cool.
campaign.
Super cool.
Let's
So
get into it. Let's dungeon some fucking dragons.
Did we go over
No.
our stream team and our
No.
sponsor?
no, we
Ah,
didn't.
shit, we
Let's do
did
that. Let's do that.
We're having too much fun with DBZ.
Yeah, dude.
20 fucking minutes of
Super stroking it, bro. Super stroking it.
Yeah, we're
Super
super stroking it, dude.
We're gonna make that an emote. Super sure.
Oh, dude, I'm down.
It's always.
It's our hype emote.
Oh
sure.
god. Oh god, it's
But it turns out
Elena?
Elena uses it most in the future. just to piss us off.
she's just like, why you gotta call me out? Why you gotta call her
Oh
out
wow.
like that? Why you
That's
gotta
super strokes.
She's super stoked about it.
Yeah.
She's pretty super stoked.
But guys, if you don't know who we are and who we associate, we are part of the Hero Approved stream team. It's just full of a bunch of amazing people. If you like the just the random shenanigans we get into, our team just they get into like 1,000 times more shenanigans, and they're just good people overall, and we love to
mean,
work with and collab with each other.
You could speak for a majority of the team. I wouldn't consider myself good people, but I appreciate the
You're adequate people.
Yeah. Well,
That's
no,
what
Kind of
I,
people.
no, I would
The
say
best
you're
kind of people.
you're the e-boy. I mean, we gotta
the token e-boy baby. It's fine.
yeah. We got to have you around because you help with our underline, if you know what I mean. That was a Taint reference.
Okay, I get it. I'm the Dave in the barrel. I get
yes.
it.
It's gonna happen.
If you don't
God.
if you don't know about Dave in the Barrel, check us out during when I DM our Keepers campaign.
Yes.
Over at
Yeah, how'd that
So-
go? Did you guys just finish the Kraken Priests and stuff finally?
Yeah, so the Kraken Priests are Diggity Done Dead, and Chicken's new character is getting acquainted with the shenanigans of Iroh, Nero, and Scarlet's just kind of there.
Yeah, so definitely check us out on Fridays for our main campaign, as well as if you're looking for content throughout the week. Hero Proved is pretty much a like an actual network of shows. Like if we could compile just our channels into like one place and rotate through, you'd have content Monday through Sunday for hours and hours of content.
Monday
but
through Sunday, 24.
guys-
Yeah, it's
Also-
crazy.
yeah.
They put out every day
Yeah,
in a good way.
365 out of
So
366.
yeah. Sundays are my busiest day because of all the fucking stream team shit.
yeah, it's packed. As
Yeah.
well as we are sponsored by Raise Energy. Yeah. If you guys are looking for a clean, nice, good energy drink that isn't super high in sugar or just overall like just that nasty bite you get from other energy drinks, this is smooth. It has no crash. It has 300 milligrams of caffeine, which does keep you up. I made the mistake last Monday drinking 4 of them. I didn't
God.
sleep. Yeah. I didn't
Jesus.
sleep, and I usually can fall asleep after drinking an energy drink. I was up and my whole week was thrown.
4?
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
It wasn't a good idea, and I'm never doing it again because I needed to sleep. It threw my week off.
I bet.
It's it works.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah, it does.
But it's a really good energy drink, and overall they taste just they just taste better than any other energy drinks on the market, even comparatively to the other ones. Like we're gonna call them out, like Bang and Rain and stuff like that.
Well, they
Rain?
did recently do a Battle of the Cans or whatever, and Ray's was up there. Ray's was
What's number 2?
number 2.
In Battle of the Cans.
Battle
out
of the Cans.
Monster, Bang,
Rain, all them.
everyone.
Yeah, Amp, all them.
Rockstar.
Because you just do wanna be bigger.
And God knows how many freaking ambassadors Bang has. You know what I mean? Like I see them everywhere.
Yeah, fact.
Yeah, so yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, if you guys are looking for a good energy drink like this, Apollo is like a cherry flavor energy drink. I'm not a huge fan of cherry flavors, but this is actually really good. So check them out in the panels below and in the description if you're watching this after in YouTube. It's down there. But also, guys, for our last sponsor is us. We have merch.
Merch.
We have merch.
We did it.
Woo!
Yeah.
Randy Savage. Woo!
Yeah, we got freaking merch, guys. If you,
Woo!
woo!
Rick
If you-
motherfucking Flair.
If you are looking
A Wonder
for,
Boy.
if you are looking for some merch, go to this link over here. It's but in the Design by Human shop. I'm still working on the extension or a widget because I think I can have a widget on somewhere. I'm not sure, but
.com/shop/woo.
woo.
Oh yeah, semantic components.
Yep. And
Yeah,
we
that's
are
the name,
that's
baby.
we are dropping the name and everything. This is what we're gonna be moving over to. So guys, if you guys are looking for shirts, hoodies, tanks, females, males, if you have a kid, we got hoodies in juniors sizes. So and we do have a poster of the team that you can
What if
get
you're built like a
unframed,
child?
framed, or no, these are actually like kids
Yeah.
size.
If you're built like a child.
Oh, true.
If you were built like a child,
Yeah, I mean, if you are.
I'm not.
were you just
But-
recently birthed?
Oh, God.
You can get this merchandise today.
Joe has yet to
You
cut the
just
umbilical
re-
cord.
Oh,
Just
God.
recently
Just drag it around.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse
Oh,
me, ma'am.
God.
You're dragging your baby still?
How long ago you popped out of you?
Oh,
But
didn't
I
even
had
know that
shit
was
for you.
Whoops.
11th child later.
But yeah, if you are looking for, we will be adding more merch. We will be doing, especially once we get the new logo set up. We will have They are doing. It's in beta currently. They're doing mouse pads. So if you are in the market for a new mouse pad, a large mouse pad or small, whatever, we will have the new logo as well as other things on there as well for that. And then we do have different series. I took the name of I can't think right now.
Liberating?
I took the liberty of naming each of the series of characters with little fun Easter eggs if you know a little bit about the characters that are just a little sprinkle of each of the characters. Yeah, of each character, and then you can buy individual shirts that are from the art released in all those fashions, as well as you can get the print. We will be maybe eventually releasing the full team as a shirt. It would be probably more of a hoodie design, potentially. That one's gonna be a little more specific because it is a rather large image, so it won't fit on the front of a shirt, so it's gonna be a back of the shirt design. So we will see how that part goes. But yeah, if you guys want to help support us and the content that we want to make in the future, all the money goes back into doing that, as well as getting you some really high quality merch. We've put a lot of thought behind the merch itself and where we want to go with it. So definitely help us and get some really good merch.
Joe, question from the chat.
Yeah.
Got to. I can't even fucking answer.
What? Oh, the Dakimaru. Oh God.
Good question. Very good question.
That'll have to be on the after hours store. Come to my white van and I got you.
In the I got you.
Every purchase of a Ducky Makura comes with a go to my OnlyFans.
You muted Elena.
Motherfucker. I'm just thinking like Dom's face just pasted on top of like an anime. Probably, honestly, the easiest one to find will probably be an anime girl body. So
I prefer a female, yeah.
yeah, it'll just be Dom's face.
Because
And then-
Tom has that booty.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, fucking woo.
Yeah, no, we've got it. Like you come by, I'll hook you guys up. I know the exact targeted market for this one.
So now,
The anime girl.
so now Patreon is going to be a thing for our own Dekamaru. So
Yeah, dude. I mean, hey, dude. Okay, so
Dakimakura.
here's the promise
Dakimakura.
here is the promise I will make you is once we start a Patreon and once we get to a point like I will personally find and make these and we will
Oh my lord.
we will like not me personally because I have like the artist and like talent that if it doesn't involve computers of like a 2-year-old, but if we get to a point we will get a limited run of these signed by our own very Domilton. And
Mushroom stamp.
it will be not engraved but like actually printed on there as you know
with his mushroom stamp, please.
I may or may not mushroom stamp it, depending on who.
he may or
Okay.
may not.
I've never heard that before, and it's disgusting.
It is 1,000% disgusting.
Pretty bad.
It's very bad.
I mean, hey, if you know what, no,
I have high expectations of you, Dom. So you better go through with it.
At least do bat wings.
At least.
At least do wings. All right.
No, it's just gonna be like that pose where it's just like the anime girl with like the
Step in the
shadow
pillow.
in front, but it's actually like a popsicle, but it's just the shadow.
What I'll do instead is we'll make a combined purchase that you can also get one of those like fucking poster boards that people have been doing on TikTok where you paint it black and then paint like your body white and sit on the poster.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just include that then. So then it doesn't ruin the pillow, but you can also get the mushroom stamp as well.
Is it going to be that turnaround ooh?
You're goddamn right.
Good.
We're just gonna have a 12-month Dom calendar. I mean, Markiplier did it very tastefully with his actual naked calendar. If you guys didn't know, Markiplier did release a nude calendar.
I was tempted.
Oh, mine wouldn't be tasteful. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I was tempted.
So there's a difference between tasteful and quality?
Yeah, it was the Unasanus thing, and
Yeah.
RIP Unasanus, but they will always live on. Right. For sure. Awesome. Yeah, that's our sponsor, guys. That's our stream team.
That's our derailment again.
That's our derailments, but that is what it is.
It's what we do.
That's what we do. Yeah, look forward to also our new stream. We're going to be having a little bits menu for you all that are watching to buy healing potions and health potions to help the group out.
More mana potions, please.
Yeah, just to get you guys more interacting with the stream and helping.
You're okay, Dion.
Participating and stuff like that.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the huge thing is more chat engagement in the next year, using some of the channel points as well as just being able to do a few things.
Oh, yeah. All right. So enough distractions. We'll go ahead and jump right back into new episode of the Saga Black Lotus. We'll go ahead and summarize what happened. We did take last Sunday off, so I'll go ahead and go back to episode 34. Unintended reunions. So last we left off, the group had awoke from their slumber, and after a very tumultuous meeting, with Kemder speaking out about the group and the future and the overall just group synergy, a lot of secrets were exposed or revealed, and a lot of uncertainty was brought back into the group as the Black Lotus sort of now on the precipice of completing their first contract after so long, and at least in our time, real time. But it has been like almost a month, I think, in game that Black Lotus has been conducting this contract, their first one. But as they woke the next day, they all did a little downtime. Went to go sell some things, procure some more resources, and they at least Zypher went to go speak with Praktio, who he discovered that he was leaving. He was summoned back to the capital city of Torkhan of the Tarak Empire at the behest of a just recently returned Arbiter Thindi. Arbiter Thindi is the head of the Arbites Guild, which is the guild that Black Lotus is a part of. Unknown reasons, but probably to discuss the overall I guess, man, I'm now for lost words. Basically what has happened and how everything has gone with Black Lotus on their first contract. At least for Zypher and Portia, being apart from Black Lotus, has heard the rumors of this up and coming group of arbitrators who were elevated to arbitrators relatively quickly, with the support of very high, well-named, influential figures within the guild, along with the arbiter herself. Was planning on returning that day, but did tell Zypher that all was good, that he was going to go seek out Kemdir. You apologize and assure him that his disagreements, his reservations on the guild and the party would be taken care of once he completed the contract that he was originally tasked with, and his return to Torkhan. Like I said, the rest of the group did a lot of downtime stuff, and eventually they came together with Zypher calling the group together for a meeting. There, they discussed the next course of actions. They sort of did some logistics and sort of tallied up how much resources, manpower they had to really deal with this. And one of the things that was discussed was to how and when and where were they going to gain the contract. Black Lotus sort of now realizing that they put a lot of time, they made a lot of allies, but this is beginning to strain and take too long. They decided that they were just going to go ahead and just get the contract, pay off the invoice that was owed by whatever means. The contract did not state, so they were going to take initiative and just find the money somewhere, which is all fine and dandy. But one of the ways that, at least brought up by Nemea, to getting a hold of the contract finally was to maybe parlay with one of the two ringleaders. One is the Dragonborn sorcerer named Otidaar, who was once a companion, old friend of the late Argos. Another is a Lady Trefinor Valiola, who is of the same household that Nemea is from. The same household that is hunting her down. Risky move, a risky plan, but could bear a larger fruits. Aside from the dangers of exposing herself and her past, as well as revealing to them directly to the leadership that they were, their true intentions. Even though Argos sort of let that slip in the beginning to Otidaar when they first met. So they proceeded with the plan, and they made their way after taking some of the mercenaries that Nemea had hired through one of the banking families. The banking families in Dias of Zoria pretty much run the economies of most of the world's major nations. They are the legitimate central bank, and pretty much all loans and stuff like that go through the banking families or the Bank of Dias. Most, not all. They made their way to the carnival grounds, where they requested a parlay, at least Nemea herself, and the rest of the group wary, on their toes, were expecting anything at this point, not knowing what was going to happen, what was going to go down. And Lady Trefinor arrived. She stepped out in front of everybody and had a side bar, basically, with Nemea. There, Nemea learned that Lady Trefinor no longer served as Modius. and that she serves another deity, um, and she was looking for a way out. Um, she believed that Otidaar was rallying forces within to against her to oust her, and so she also agreed that this would be a worthy plan and beneficial to both of them if they were to join forces to eliminate the cult and for both of them to walk away from this whole endeavor. Um, the specifics of the alliance are still to be written down, and we'll probably take that care of that today. But she did reveal some very intimate knowledge of the plans of what was going forward. Initially, they were going to lure, at least the Pilgrims of Freedom, Black Lotus out to Cartu, which both Zypher and some of the other members of the Black Lotus witnessed of movement of um, bodies, movement of wagons and supplies, along with the brew that they were supposed to reclaim for the former brewing company, was already returned back at the FBC brewery back in Cartu. But the strangest things was that there were pilgrims within the complex, and that they were working in tandem with the local militia led by Captain Edgris, who they'd previously been assisted with back in Cartu when they dealt with Big Stop, along with Magistrate Marco, who was sort of the lead investigator at the time before they arrived in Cartu. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me again. And they were confirmed by both Honja and some of the kobolds that were hired on by Black Lotus through Anjuzu, who they were staying at the Monarch, and confirmed. Didn't really confirm anything, but it was very suspicious. But then ultimately was made sense as Otidaar had sent many of his subordinates, his lieutenants, to draw him in, knowing that they were in search of and were in need of claiming the contract between them and the Front Brewer Company, in the hopes of finally destroying them and continuing with their nefarious plan of whatever it could be. Black Lotus doesn't really care for that. What matters is the ending of the contract and moving forward. So, also disclose that Otidaar is lying in wait, or sort of lying in just waiting it out, in a location across the Tyra River, not too far away from Cartu, called the Jawaki Hollows, a massive, expansive cavern system that was utilized by the Draconians during the Scale Wars of the Draco Rebellion, where the Dragonborns, who were former slaves of the Draconians, rebelled and won. It was used as a base of operations, and it was meant to lure the enemy into the caverns and then methodically, slowly kill them through means of attrition and stuff like that. So, knowing that full knowledge and having another meeting, they sort of split up and began to basically shore up all their logistics, get everything ready, rally their allies. We left off with Kemdir committing most of the next day to making health potions for the upcoming and eventual showdown. We have Zypher, who went to the Temple of Ziflin to speak with Sage Tiarjad, who they previously rescued on Yolothis at the Tomb of Latoko, and see if you could find some maps on the Druga Hollows. She introduced him to another fellow sage of Ziflin by the name of Rurkos, a lizard folk person who had some maps that were drawn up and sort of notated by the Draconian garrison way back when. So that's about 40-ish years ago. And it is the most recent map that he could have sort of procure at this current time. So he did that, and I think also... Portia was going to go with Essential, as Lady Trefnor advised that they would need some sort of distraction, as she had a way into the back directly to Otidaar's lair, but if they were to take it without a distraction, it would have been a huge cluster cluck. So she advised to use an enemy that would be worthwhile and also be very willing to engage in this sort of bloody affair. She recommended the nearby knightly order dedicated to the deity of valor and honor, Heronius, the Cerulean Knights, stationed over at Redmond Citadel, not too far away from the town of Cartu. So they tasked Essential, who is a paladin by nature as well, but also someone who is good at dealing with knightly orders and other organizations that deal with I guess sort of like secret brotherhoods and sisterhoods, fraternities of sorts. And with the support of Portia as well, as the active representative of Black Lotus, to go and see if they could muster some sort of alliance to help them drive this cult away from the area. Peak also rallied some mercenaries a while back and was going to call upon them. And she was also going to go to the market to buy a beautiful dress so she can go and meet formally with Lord Cavis Drummond, who is the father of the late Merrill Drummond, and see if she could muster some more allies for the upcoming conflict in the hopes of doing that. And then Nemea was going to go and solidify a new contract with Lady Trefnar, who mentioned that one of her accountant was also being captive along with Little Creek in Dreamwalkie Hollows, that could help her rebuild her house and sort of a good start into finding allies and people that could help her doing so. So that's where we'll be picking up here. We're going to be picking up like the next day in the morning. Portia and Essential are basically leaving right now to go and head to Redmont Citadel, and Kendra, you're probably already beginning right away early morning, making these potions.
Yep.
Lady Nemea, you probably spoke with Lady Trefnor the day prior, so she'll probably be here somewhere, sometime, probably early-ish. So you probably might just wait for her until then.
During that waiting time, I'm going to study the binding ritual
That's
that
fine.
we got from the Naga.
That's fine. I will say that you're going to be making a prolonged Arcana test, so that would sort of dive into your, meeting with Lady Trefnor. So I will advise that you can go ahead and narratively start looking at it and stuff like that, but you're not going to get anywhere today.
Yeah. Because I just wanted to write it all down in my own notes, so that instead of having it all half-assed, like this is this one language and then it's this other language, and
that's fine for sure. We'll get to Portia with Essential meeting with the Knights Trillion. Peak, would you like to go ahead and initiate your thing?
Yeah. So I am going to take Maxine, and we are going to be doing a little bit of lady time, some dress shopping.
Sure, that's fine. This is pretty simple. You can go and find, because Nemea did the same thing. She bought a beautiful dress prior, so you could have asked Nemea before, and she would have pointed you to a shop that she found her beautiful dress that's worthwhile.
I'll even give you the gold.
I'll get it.
Okay.
Got you, babe.
Love you.
So you go ahead and make your way to Clover Market, buy a dress. Whatever the dress color, what kind of dress does it look like? What are you thinking?
Definitely want to find something purple, as is tradition. If I can find something florally with, roses and like the Black Lotus and all that kind of stuff, then absolutely. But nothing like too showy. I want to find something that is good to present to a noble, but nothing that's going to absolutely break the bank kind of thing.
For sure, yeah. I will say that you can find a really beautiful dress that 99% fits what you're looking for.
Perfect.
For about 150 gold.
Awesome. Then doing the thing.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, you get sized up, and I'll say it's just some sort of magical tailor that fits it right on. You're gonna wear it directly and make your way towards Lascar Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So,
I give you 300 gold, by the way.
Like normal, or like how it has been currently for the past few days, the Lantern Feast Festival is only a couple days away. The city is packed. So Maxine is probably helping, trying to keep the crowds from getting too close to ruining your dress. So it does take you quite a bit of time, a little bit of time to get up to Lascar Hill. There you are at one of the gates, or the gate that leads up the hill. There's a lot of noble guards standing out there. You see some people trying to make their way in, but they're denied because one, they need papers and stuff like that, or they need a personal note from a noble that lives on that Lascar Hill to allow them entry. So you're about maybe few feet away.
Yeah.
There is no line, but the guards are turning a majority of the people away.
The writ of passage I have, that's for the other hill, correct? Or is it for Lascar Hill?
I'll go ahead and say for both hills. It's fine.
Oh, cool. So then I will pull the writ of passage from my bag, and walk up to the guards. Yeah, do with that.
Sure.
I don't know if you want to RP this or just straight go.
No, we're gonna go
zoom through. Gotcha. Yeah. Pull up the writ of passage. Say I need to meet with Lord Drummond regarding his son.
Cool. The guards look at your writ of passage and they allow you entry. And they obviously can see that Maxine's probably your bodyguard, so obviously they let her in as well.
Yep.
And as you make your way up, I need you to roll initiative. I was kidding.
In the dress.
Not my dress.
I just bought it.
Yeah, when mine entirely dissolved.
As you make your way up
Bullshit.
Lascar Hill, there are as many guards as there were. Like, there's way more guards. This is actually probably your first time up Lascar Hill, actually. No, yeah, because
I went to the other hill last time.
The Karskrin house is over in Saga above.
Yeah,
So there is a lot of guards patrolling. You can see that they're even sort of harassing even the nobles that live there. Sort of just like, yeah, you need to keep in your house, or you need to be here by curfew, and the nobles are just, oh, whatever.
This is my house.
And they exactly. And so they sort of just question and are just a lot more more active.
On guard, like
they're more,
literally.
Yeah, because normally these noble guards have one of the easiest jobs in the world, and they get paid to do it very well.
Yeah.
And this time they're like sort of working for their money for the first time in a while, and so they're being active about it. So there's so much going on. I mean, it's mostly, at least for you, it would make sense because the festival is upon them, and there's so much needs to be done. There's so many more people in the city, which means there could be so many more criminals or what have you. Eventually, you make your way up to Drummond Estate, which is at the very top of Lascar Hill. The large gate is this immaculate marble wall. It's sort of like a not emerald, but like a light green with gold marble type color wall that folds around this very large manor. And this manor is like 3 stories tall. There's like several wonky turned towers and stuff like that.
Is it ostentatious and or ornate?
It is ostentatious, but you do see, like I forgot to say that you do see that there's a lot of guards, but there's also construction on where the mudslide happened.
God damn it.
So, and also by where the corner of one of the walls where it actually originated.
I shake my head under my breath, go, just fucking own you.
And as you approach the guards, there's about maybe 5 or 6, well armed obviously, and they're just sitting there at attention. One of them, the shortest one of all, stops you. And he's like, "Hail, friend. What business do you have with the Drummond family?"
I need to speak with Lord Drummond. During the death of his son, I promised him that I would have information, and I wanted to follow up with him.
Can I have your name?
Tayhammer.
Damn. Okay. I'll write it back. So out of the 5, 2 of them take their leave through the gates. You can see this beautiful sort of like garden maze that is the first thing you see, and then you can see directly through the different arch paths made of bushes and shrubs, beautiful flowers, is the massive manor behind it. They make their way slowly, passing servants who are cleaning or doing some landscaping. After about let's say 20 minutes, you sort of just stand around. So it's a large estate, so it's gonna take some time.
Yeah.
Eventually, making your way is another large group of more household guards, probably like 15 or so. You can't. Well, go ahead and make a perception check.
That is a 3, plus whatever my insane fucking bonus is. 8,
15.
11.
Oh.
I only have a +8 to perception. I thought it was.
I thought you had
higher,
a plus.
but
I thought you had a +11.
I have a
Plus
+11 to
6.
stealth.
Oh, okay.
But because my wisdom isn't as high as my dex is, it's It's still really good with expertise, but just not as high as it could be.
Okay,
Yeah.
for sure.
No, that is really good.
Yeah.
So
My
what
passives was cracked.
What'd you roll again?
11.
11. Okay, so you can't really see through this large cadre of household guards making their way, and they have a little bit of a step to them. They're walking with some sort of marching order, some sort of rhythm. Excuse me. You can't make out the long, flowing blonde locks of Lord Cavis Drummond, but you do see somewhere in the middle, darker, sort of blackish, jet black hair instead, making your way in the middle of that whole group. And eventually, as the group finally makes their way, the gates open. All the guards don't surround you. They just sort of make like a V formation.
Mhm.
And in the center is a woman.
The sister, I would assume.
You probably assume correctly.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and post that image again on the Discord for you. This is Verendeva. She walks up to you. She's wearing the outfit that's pictured below. She does have a dagger or a large dirk at her side. She's not wearing noble attires, but the tunics and stuff are still finely made. Still, money was invested in this clothing, even though they were sort of, I guess, made to look normal. But you can tell that this is fine fabrics. Still costed a pretty penny. She sits there, puts one hand on her waist, and sort of leans to the right. Verendeva Drummond, you must be Tay. Pleasure.
I bow. It's a pleasure.
Enough with the formalities, Tay. I know that you're part of Black Lotus, and I know that you're the ones that led to my brother's death. At least that's what the judge has told me.
Of course she would.
No, she has no choice. My drugs that I procure are some of the finest in the city, so she pretty much is always at my beck and call, and her lips are loose to me, and to me only. Now, I assume you're here to probably keep on the promise, that faulty promise that you made to my father not too long ago about finding and seeking justice for my brother, which I doubt, since you're the one responsible for his death. I am just here to, and she walks forward, with a little bit of huff in her chest, to quietly deny your little endeavor. So I suggest you turn around now and leave.
Verendeva, if you want to drop the formalities, then that is perfectly fine. What exactly do you think happened?
Well, going based on what Ben Sinzera told the judge as the report, since you were the one that told Ben Sinzera fully of what happened, along with the relationship or some sort of connections with the cult of Asmodeus, I'm pretty well informed now. So I can only, and she sort of tells you that, you're the one that had hired Merrill to steal the contract. And it led to him finding out that it was a cult of some sort, which led to him coming here. Now, she doesn't know specifics because you don't know the specifics of how that all entailed, of how he came back. But she knows detail for detail exactly what you told Ben Sindra. Because Ben Sindra was the one that gave the report
To Judge
Arlestra.
Yeah.
So she has a big smirk on her face. So if there's anything else that you honestly think you can, well.
So you realize that it was a cult of Asmodeus, that they have a blood mage, that they have been controlling this city, that they've been controlling Judge Arlestra. You know all about that too?
Here's the thing, little Tay. The fact that you lured my brother into it is the only fucking reason why I fucking care. I could give a shit about cults. I could give a shit about people dying. But you put my own blood brother, my fucking good brother, in the line, and he died for it for no reason? He died not knowing.
Do you think I meant for him to die? Do you think that was my intention?
She turns around and walks. If she does not leave within 10 minutes, fucking kill her. And she walks through the building, past the gates. The gates close behind her. And there are still 10 guards outside looking down at you, all of them with their hands on their cudgels, hands on their swords. Maxine sort of looks like, sides like, I'm okay with dealing with half of them, but in all honesty, Peak, we should probably leave.
I'm going to spend 8 minutes writing a note to Verendeva for one of the guards to hand her, so I get off the property within 10.
Yep.
Basically accounting, like, I know she's not going to give a damn, but stating that I did not intend for him to die. The situation is a lot more dire than I thought it was at the time of me hiring him. If there is anything I can do for the loss, let me know. I never intended for this to happen. I just want retribution, just like you do.
Sure. You give it. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I give the guard the note to hopefully pass on to Verendeva, and I'll leave. I'm not as much as I would love to get into a little bit of just a fight right now. That's not really what I'd like to do right now. As I'm starting to walk away, is there like any areas to where I could potentially sneak in or do anything?
Oh, real quick, as soon as you give the notes to the guard opens it up and reads it. One of the guards, probably the biggest one there. He's like, well, we'll be seeing you soon regardless. And he gives off the note to one of the other smaller guards, and the guard makes his way into the estates. And
I'm sorry, seeing me soon regardless.
You heard me. I'm not going to repeat myself.
I heard you. I would just like you to elaborate.
You'll find out sooner or later. No, fucking leave. So are you going to sort of scout around the estates? Or are you just going to look immediately in the general vicinity?
Just in the general vicinity. If they see me lurking around, that's obviously not going to be a good idea. But just kind of as I'm leaving, just kind of getting side glances to where I can, like, if there was anything to happen that I can kind of post up.
So like I said, the marble wall is about 6-7 feet high. There's nothing on top. It's scalable, probably a little bit more difficult in your outfits, but it is scalable. There's no guard towers, no sentries. It's just a very luxurious estate with a wall, very immaculate wall. You can easily identify, sneaking in at nights probably be the easiest.
Yeah.
If you want to, as you walk away, make your way, and Maxine could lift you up, you can sort of still gauge over the wall. Like I said, surrounding the manor is this beautiful maze, this beautiful garden maze. You can see little bits of places where you could probably, really get into it, but it may prove to be somewhat difficult. But you are a well-traveled person; you could find your way through a maze, or you can find your way through a maze.
I will be right back.
Sure.
Sorry.
With that, I go with Nemea then, I guess. So Nemea, you want to write that contract? You want to meet with Lady Trefnor?
Yeah.
Cool. So Lady Trefnor probably comes in around 11 o'clock in the morning. You notice that she brought some luggage. And with her are actually two people you have yet to meet. Two large, not large, they are Boz Draconians, they're bronze Draconians, winged Draconians.
Okay.
Not heavily armored. They have some like mail and plate on them, but you do see one has this very, very beautiful worn long bow, and the other one has this very beautiful, like serrated swords at their sides. One, like I said, they're both bronze Draconians of some sorts, or copper. I think no, they're bronze. Boz is bronze, I think. They do not have markings of the pilgrims or anything. They have what look like armor that they once wore during the war, and you can see that they do have turnscale bands around their arms, just like Argos. So they were former turnscales, or they are turnscales. They are, welcomed into the monarch, and it seems that Lady Trefnor is going to buy a room here. For the meantime, like I said, the two Draconians walk in with their gear, or with her luggage. And these will just bow their heads as they see you.
In Draconian, I say, hey, good afternoon.
They simply bow their head. They don't respond. They just simply bow their heads. Lady Trefnor was like, they don't talk very much. I don't know, something with the war back then. Trauma of some sorts. Who knows, really? So, we're here to talk about our little arrangement, I guess, going forward, I assume.
Yes, we are.
Very well.
Especially since you were so forthcoming.
Yes. Well, as you know.
Which is very dire. Yeah.
Yes, I have. I have my reasons for leaving as well. So let's go ahead and shall we go to your room, my room? I'm going to go get a room real quick.
You can get your room, and you can meet me up on the second floor.
Okay.
And I tell her what room I'm staying in.
Okay. She goes and takes care of that. A few minutes later, the two draconians do not accompany her. They actually stay at like outside her room. So she walks down the hall because she is. Oh, she's not posted. She's posted up on the 2 floors above. So they do come down, but they wait outside in the hallway. She knocks on the door.
Okay. I nod towards Nathalie to open it, and then I say to Nathalie that she can stay outside the room.
Okay. Nathalie's like, "Are you sure?"
I'm positive, darling.
Okay. She opens the door. She bows her head, and as she walks out, she speaks in Draconian to the other two, and the other two also talk. They actually do talk to her because they do see that she's a vassal born.
Nice.
So there's a conversation going on up there. Lady Drefner walks in. She's wearing more simpler garments today. Still regal, but not too eye-catching. She makes her way to you, and she sits down. She said, "So, let's just get down to business, shall we? I will say to you right now, the man, that I have talked with Malkarian, the Beastmaster over there, who is one of the last allies I have within the Ring of Beast. He's the one that helped me arrive here safely, and then I have my two, I call them the Baz twins, to help me and protect me for the foreseeable future. Who knows? They're servants, of course.
Of course.
But to business then. So, what is this arrangement that you had in mind? I want to hear it from you and your perspective.
From my perspective, I'm going to be quite frank. The reason I was able to leave Asmodeus' fold since I was enslaved by the Argonath family, I am Sealbuild, the Netherwraith.
I don't know who the Sealbuild is.
I just summon Harvester and I let it float next to me.
Ah, interesting.
He has granted me many powers, and I'm still trying to figure it out. But one of my dealings with him for this power was to destroy Asmodeus.
Well, how fortunate of you to find someone with great power who has the same alignment as you. Quite fortuitous.
And I know that you mentioned before that I wanted revenge on the Argonath family, and you are correct, I do. But the path to get to Asmodeus and to regain my household is going to be fortuitous to get rid of them. That's why I say that my thoughts on that was not for revenge, but for more of a grander picture and how to rise back to power.
You are correct. To get to Asmodeus, if you can, you would have to go through House Yarganoth, who holds many bastions, both here in the Materium as well as in the Nine Hells, even as far as almost the Eighth Hell. The Argonauts not only serve Asmodeus, they have a lot of allies and friends with among the other archdevils and
the other great houses, yes.
Mostly out of fear. You should know this by now.
I drum my fingers on the desk, is like with a very somber look, and like, yes. Did not mean to bring up old hatreds, but I understand. I don't hold any love for House Yagnoth. My family, the Veliolas, are also servants, but I was fortunate enough to live a more free life than you. And unfortunate for House Haljanul, but they, who were once powerful, part of the Kelror, it is a shame that they fell to Yarganoth. Many did not think it would happen, but it did. However, I don't know if you know the specifics, Maya, but specifics.
There were many traitors within House Yeljanel that led to its downfall. I don't know if you were aware of that.
I can only assume.
It wasn't just the pure might and nefarious schemes of House Garganoth, but they did make some sort of arrangements with some of... I don't know for certain. I am only of the minor branch of Garganoth, but I can only assume that many powerful allies and maybe House retainers help lead to your family's downfall, the death of your family specifically.
Anger kind of flares up in my nostrils flare.
Once again, my lady, I'm not here to fan the flames of your hatred.
No,
I'm-
I understand what you.
We're here we're here as mutual beneficiaries, I guess. We have a mutual interest, and that is to oppose Lord Asmodeus, but however, I'm not keen on going against him. It's not what my deity or what my plans sort of fall into, but I can offer you some help. Like I said, I referenced earlier, my accountant, a deep gnome fellow who has served me for quite some time and who has served and knows the expansive or the political landscape of Isatia as well as the Nine Hells. His name is Zerblik. He has many contacts, both fiends and non-fiends, some even planos from other planes of existences. Zerblik is a very trustworthy and a very wise individual, and I would love for you to help him, as he is a friend of mine, and I think he would do a lot of good helping you in your endeavors, as my personal quest is not so grandiose as yours. But like I said, I am willing to help you since you are helping me now. What is your arrangement? What is your vision of our relationship?
A relationship, and it's going to be very beneficial for both, is what I'm going to presume. In that you ally yourself with my house, become a retainer if you want to. This is all based on your decision and what kind of contract and what we will lay out for it. And for being beneficiaries for each other, we will not be able to lie and create any political enemies towards one another. We will create base of power. We need to create a base of power somewhere that I can rebuild my household. And of course, if you want to expand something for your own self, you can do that as well.
Okay.
As belonging as a retainer to the House of Halzenul.
Interesting. Well, I'll tell you right now, I have no grand schemes of building a house or play in the machinations of those our fellow tieflings and other fellow political actors back in Isatia or the Nine Hells for that matter. I have a more specific, I guess you say, mission. I too have a mission from my newfound deity, but does not mean that I'm not willing to help out. Retainer, well, that could prove useful to me, and it could definitely prove useful to you. I will give you some insights of what I can bring to the table then.
Very well.
Right now, most of these talks are hypotheticals. You have nothing. You have no base. You have no army. You have no house. You have no resources. Though you are an arbitrator, which could bring in a lucrative financial or stable income or sort of revenue, and the access to speak with very influential figures throughout Anzoria. It is still in the winds, as you have not yet stabilized or sort of solidified them. Now, it's not that I do not believe in your abilities to do so. Those are just hypotheticals. They are hollow. What I can bring you, though, I guess I should say now, is that I have some allies in the Dark Triumvirate below in the Underdark. You know the Dark Triumvirate.
Yes, you've mentioned this before.
The three massive empires ruled by the rat folk, the imperialistic ghouls, nasty things, along with the drows of the Umber Empire, along with their vampiric nobility. But I have some allies and some contacts within the Umber Empire. If you're looking for more allies, that could be a possible route. However, I still need to, on my end as well, stabilize those connections, help them. And if you help them and help them, then I can surely help you. So there is a little bit of give and take on both accords, on both accounts. So we are both bringing things that we can eventually support each other with. But as of right now, we will need to work together, and I am willing to work together with you.
As am I.
There are other routes I could easily be taking, but And since you have been frank with me, you being an arbitrator would be very beneficial to me. Along with my good accountants, I do have some friends, some devils in the nine hells that I could talk to, some higher ones as well. Um, it really depends on how you want to deal with that. And I guess we should save this sort of discussion until after your contract. And once Zerblek is returned, he'll have way more. He's a wealth of information about these things. I was never one for the politics of my family. I was simply living a very privileged life. And here I am. And once again, since we're being so blunt with each other, I serve Itare, the laughing god, a very chaotic one.
Interesting.
The queen of the Harlequins, they call him.
It's definitely something different.
Yes, which could prove somewhat unreliable down the road. But hopefully, if our relationship blossoms and our bond becomes stronger, maybe we can avoid such travesties. If you know
I
a
can
little
only
bit,
hope for.
if you know a little bit of Itari and her Harlequins, well, they are unpredictable.
What I know, based on the religion aspect, that it is
Yeah.
true. Like it's kind of
Go ahead and make a
iffy.
Go ahead and make a religion check.
That would be a 16.
16. Yeah, Itari, the laughing god, based on religious texts and lore and mythos, Itari was one of the few gods that didn't really participate as much in the Sundering Wars. Itari fought for both sides. Fought for the Titans, fought for the gods, and then fought for the evil gods against the good gods, and returned back to the good gods. The good ascended. But from what you know with that role, Itari has a mission, maybe preordained. There's been speculation that Itari is actually in the Pagan, but it's never been confirmed. Her church, her faith, her cult, I guess most people call it that, are very. They come and go as they please, and I guess there's probably some sort of doctrine behind it all, why they strike any side. Maybe it is to find balance. Maybe it is to ensure that not one side gains an advantage over the other. There's a lot of speculation, even with religious researchers from all walks of life, from all sectors and all organizations in any nation. There's the same consensus that Itari is definitely working on her own for the most part, and whatever her intentions are with her faith, her church, her servants, her followers, it is all dictated by her alone. And she does not choose sides. She'll may one time fight for evil and then switch to good. It really never is the same.
Truly chaotic.
Truly chaotic, truly unpredictable. But you do know that Itari is definitely not a well-respected, well-loved in Isitia. But a lot of her followers are mostly underground, in the Underdark, and they are big in the Underdark or in the Dark Triumvirates. Many Drow Owls consider her to be among their pantheons, pantheon of deities.
Yeah, I could see that for Drow.
I am willing to be a retainer, but I'm not willing to sign for it yet, obviously. I think we need to first see how this all plays out. And then once we get Zerblok, we will have a better, I guess, vision of how we're going to go about things with you and with me.
Very well. I will agree with this.
I will be here. I'm not going anywhere. So if you believe that I am turn-tailing and run, you know where to find me. By the look of that scythe and the demeanor that it resonates, I'm sure you'll be easy to find me.
I chuckle and I say it finds a lot of things.
I can only imagine. Anyways.
It's like the 1,000-mile stare as I'm looking at it.
So, what, if you don't mind me asking, what are your plans? What is your Arbeit group looking to do against Otidaar?
We are currently gathering all of our allies together so that we can create the diversion that we need so that you can guide us to the secret passage.
Okay. I will guide you. And I did send word to Mr. Sloan. I don't know if I don't know his response. I don't know if he'll come. I told him to come into the city of Otidaar. I told him to meet at the tavern, a shady place. Some what is it called? The Third Arm.
Third arm? Correct.
Yeah,
yes.
I think I told him to meet me there sometime today, or you could go and someone could meet him there. I said I'm not sure. I did not confirm if he was going to come or not, but yes. So there's that. If there's nothing else,
I have one more question. It's about the Devil Tara Woods. About a ritual that was happening there.
Yes, I see. So you were the instigators out there not too long ago. Okay. So
Yes.
I'll go ahead and give you a little bit of what happened. I don't know specifics. That is Otidaar and Craxicus's little project. Mostly Craxicus. His very peculiar alchemancy or alchemy, I guess, but he calls it alchemancy for some reason. I don't know that kind of school of magic, but
That's different, but okay.
yes, it's little project. He rallied many of the, I guess, roving bands of orcs and goblinoids, and a lot of them coming from the nearby orc and goblinoid settlement of Dol Old, not too
Disgusting
far
little
away.
things.
Yes. And like I said, I do not know the specifics, but it's for some sort of grand elixir that he's trying to procure. He promised us, mostly Otidaar. I really had no inkling in allowing him to serve with us, but Otidaar was sort of enthralled by his vision. I couldn't see really. I saw through his bravado, his false charisma. But the man is powerful. I can say that for sure. As a student of magic as well, and trained in the aristocratic ways of sorcery, the legit aristocratic sorcery, his magic is far different than I've ever seen, researched, or even witnessed. But like I said, I do not know the specifics, but it was some sort of project of creating some sort of elixir to, I don't know, make perfect soldiers or something. I can't really tell you. Otidaar would unfortunately be the best one to ask, or Craxicus himself.
Chemical X.
Super soldier.
It would be more chemical hex.
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 God damn it.
Okay.
I give a little sigh and
Maybe Zerblick will know more, in all honesty. It really all falls on Zerblick, and I hope he's okay.
because I heard that one of my house was there in that forest.
One of your house. Of House Haljanu?
Correct.
Or of a minor house?
One of my house, possibly a retainer.
I do not have any recollection of anyone, at least on my end. So.
Because I sent a contracted scout from the Thieves Guild to find out what happened there, because we weren't able to go into the woods ourselves to scout what happened. Because I saw a massive pillar flash into the sky.
Yes, the normal teleportation spells.
Yes.
Yes, quite the project over there. You'll only find a dead forest along with a dead druid in his grove, and it's just a very, very, very terrible area. Nasty business that was.
Yes, I can only assume.
Thankfully, you did not go in there. It would have been. Well, we would be talking nice, I assume. Anyways, is there anything else that you need from me? Like I said, I'll be in my room on the fifth floor, whatever.
No, nothing at this time, but is there anything you need from me?
Zerblick, find my friend. He
Of course.
is very important to both of us. Well, he's important to me, and he will be very important to you. So.
Thank you. If that is everything, then I'd like to continue with my studies.
Do you have the ring out and stuff? Like, do you have some of the stuff that you collected on top of like a table that you're doing, or is it just the spell that you're
like the spells, like the ring that I was asking about.
Okay.
and
As she
different
stands
odds and
up,
ends.
she sort of like walks over to the table, and she sort of looks at you, and she picks up the ring. She's like, "Huh. I use the old." Hmm.
What was
Interesting.
that?
I use the old. It's a counselor's ring, given to his dark magisters way back in the day. Where'd you find this?
Back in my day.
I found it in a catacomb from a Naga.
Well, the Nagas have tended to turn and serve very powerful dark deities in the past. Well, since their deity is bound to serve and hold the world together, I don't see why they wouldn't serve anyone else. But semantics aside, peculiar find. I would definitely keep that out of most people's vision. No one likes to bring back the old "I use the evil" when he tried to ascend to godhood. That was, well, most people want to forget that time.
Thank you for that foresight.
She takes her leave, bows, walks out, and
I bow back to her.
walking in, you see a very more cheerful, jovial Nathalie who speaks in Draconian. He's like, "Oh, I haven't thought about those in days." "Oh, Lady Trefnon," and she's both Draconians actually finally speak. One has this very raspy, feminine voice, and the other one has this very low tenor voice. They both say their goodbyes and that they would want to spar with her sometime. And she bows and says in Draconian, "Of course. You two take care now." And she closes the door. It's like, "Oh, those two are very jovial. I really wish that Sir Argos would be here. Would have enjoyed those two."
Nemea's son becomes very depressed.
I am so sorry. I did not mean to bring up. I know it's good to talk to people that I'm used to talking to. Honestly,
I go up to her and I put my hand on her shoulder. It's like, I'm happy that you are finding people to talk to.
Well, I guess I was raised by Draconians, so it's just really easy for me, more comfortable for me to talk to Draconians. Other creatures, it's. Well, I was. Let's not talk about the past.
I'm quite happy for you, darling.
Thank you. So did everything go okay with the Lady Trefnor?
Yes, the groundwork has been laid out,
That's good.
and we just need to watch her.
Of course.
For the god that she serves is going to be very. It's going to be hard to explain.
She's pouring like herself like a cup of tea. Who did she serve?
I just wrote it down. I can never remember names. You're overflowing there, darling.
No, I'm not.
Welcome to the me filling the jug of alchemy.
When is it my turn?
Uh,
Oh my god, where did it go? I can't find it now.
Itare.
Atari.
Okay. She immediately stops. Like, Itare, the laughing god? Why would she serve a deity like that? A noble woman of all.
That is a good question, which I did not ask her.
Oh,
Seems very personal question.
Yeah, very sus. Very sus. So she sits down next to you. Is there anything else that you wanted to do before we move on to the next little downtime?
I'm going to take the ring and I'm going to put it in my bag of holding.
Okay, for sure.
I'm going to take her word to heart.
Sure, for sure. Okay. Dom, was there anything you want to finish up back before you left?
Is there anything that I want to finish up? Yes.
Yeah.
Is there anything that Peak is going to finish up? No.
No. Okay, for sure. Awesome.
Because what I want to do is kill one of the guards, change into them, and go in that motherfucker.
Right.
But Peak knows that that's a bad idea.
Probably.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going it alone.
Yeah. This is why I need other changelings. I need an army.
All right. We'll get to that.
I just need that first level so I can.
Kemdir, was there anything specifically that you want to do while you're doing this, or did you just want to just make potions?
As well, since this is a, it's a technically, I mean, we already rolled, but it's a focused skill check. since it's going to be, you know, time consuming.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you do
Yeah,
that.
like obviously I can't, you know.
You're taking the time. You're not gonna rush yourself.
Yeah, no, like my whole thing is like, what would be the limitations? Because I wouldn't be able to like leave and talk to anyone.
I won't be as crucial. I will, because you're spending a whole day doing it. So I will say that you can take some short breaks. It wouldn't be grandiose like a few hours. You could probably take like an hour or two away.
Okay.
So
Bathroom
consider,
breaks.
I guess like an extended bathroom break. Or
Okay.
Like an extended lunch, I guess. So
Yeah.
take that as you will if you want to do something within those time.
Yeah,
frames.
I would like to. I would like to go down to the Pantheon Pet Post since that's
No.
close.
Yeah, for sure.
And
yeah.
cool.
For sure. It's probably around like, you know, since everyone's times would be different because we're all doing just downtime, you know, probably like 2-3 in the afternoon after spending most of the early morning to midday, you know, crushing this alchemy shit. Just
Yeah.
fucking putting one liquid from one vial into another vial. It's just back and forth, man.
Yep, that's it. That's alchemy. Good
Throw
job.
it over your shoulder on the
Yeah.
bed. Done.
and
Done.
then you put it on the corpse of your mother trying to bring her back and make her homunculi, you know. It's okay.
Hey man, you got to do what you got to
Then you
do.
lose an arm and a leg, and you're the fire metal. That was
Hold on. Can you say that one more time? New character back.
There are
one more time.
So in the Empire, in Torcon, in the capital, there are like state alchemists, but they're not what you think is like for the anime state alchemists. They're like very knowledgeable professionals that understand alchemy.
And they
as it is.
smack their hands together.
Yeah, that's all they do. There's nothing really big happening. They're just like, I'm an alchemist. Hello, how can I help you?
With how LeBron did like the chalk dust at the beginning of games, they just do that with alchemy supplies. Just alchemy.
Yeah, that's all they do. That's
It's
why
magical, physically.
That's why they're state alchemists. It's just they do.
Yeah.
Right,
This isn't metaphysics.
you go and visit the Pet Marathon. It's very busy today. Obviously, there's a lot of tourists nowadays, and there's so many people on the yard. You see Yaha flying around with like a small little pail of water, and she's just dropping it everywhere as he's flying around. You see Nornalorn like holding a bunch of like ferrets and badgers. She's like, "Do you want this one? This one? This one? Oh, that one over there?" And she's just like running back and forth. You sort of just do you walk inside? Or do you walk around? Because you know Freya's pen is in the back on the outside.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you say you wave to both Nornalor, a busy Nornalor and busy Yaha. They're just like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And she's like, "Oh, hey, dear." And she's just walking more. She has like a board this time. I'm sure she's like, "Is this the one you wanted?" You can see through the windows that Luya is in there, and she's obviously also as busy. She's like, "Yes, we have this, and she sees it through the window. She's like, she waits you real quickly and continues working. And you know, you can make your way freely to the back. You see a sleeping, well, barely asleep. She like opens one eye and sees you, and she's like pretending that she's sleeping.
Yeah.
In her little like pen.
Nugget.
Like I'll bring Lotus out and
Wolf form.
yeah.
Cool.
Cause he you
can be with you the entire time. You just watch it. I guess.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
And then I'll like walk up to her and just hold out my hand, just, you know.
Yeah, the warmth of her large scaled head, you know, nudges against your hand as you put it through the fence. You can open the fence if you want. You can enter in. Yeah, she just moseying about. She's pretty lazy today. You can see that she just ate, so she's probably like taking a nap, little food nappy. Hodis like nuzzles around her and he sort of like picks at her tail, or not her tail, her wings. It doesn't really bother her because she's a big wormling at this point.
Yeah.
So he's just like messing around, and she just looks back and just looks at you and nuzzles closer to you, and the warmth between you is very it's super warm. It's a warmth that's increased as you both are together. And she glows a little bit around her, and you may also glow around you as well if you want to, but she definitely is glowing a little bit. You see some kids in the distance who are looking like, "Mom, there's a dragon!" And they start running away.
Mommy, I want that one.
But yeah, not a lot of people over here. There was like a little fence that says "Do not enter," like employees only
Yeah.
or something like that.
But he just
Walk.
fucking walks back.
Yeah, I
in.
just walk in, just like
Yeah, open the gate.
I'm
Just
pretty sure
open
everyone
the
just
gate,
thinks
just
he's
like-
a worker there because he walks in and everyone's just like, "Oh, hey, kid dear,"
Yeah.
and he just walks
like you're
straight to
here
the
on the-
employees
you're
only
here.
section.
Pretty much.
it's like the mobile down like on 47. Dude,
Yeah.
like I literally can walk into the back freezer area. I don't know. Yeah, it's just like walking in there, just like. Poof.
Yeah.
And I want to sit there and just I want to talk to her and just. I know I have spoken with you. And I need help. I need guidance. We are both on a very unique path. However, I need wisdom beyond my ages. I need the ability to have at least knowledge from beyond just what is in front of me, and I know that is no concern of yours. And I'm saying this in Celestial.
Mhm.
But I hope and wish that you will help me. As a friend, as a consultant.
As my therapist, what do you have for me?
As you
Psychiatrist, please.
as those words, leave your lips for just a few moments, Freya looks up with you with her bright, very bright emerald green, but like a light lime green, yellowish eyes. They do sparkle a little bit, and that's maybe from the sun or both of you just glowing. And she creeps up tighter. She puts her head directly onto your lap, and she sort of just makes these little purring noises. And there is a feeling, that she definitely understands what you're saying, and maybe just because she's so young, she doesn't understand the concepts. But she responds in the only way that she can, that she understands so far, between her being a dragon, even though she may not know what she truly is yet, and who and what you are. And there's just this really nice moment where the sounds of children playing in the background, the people, the bustling road, city streets outside, people buying stuff in there, making noises, Yaha freaking out, Nora Lauren just yelling. It all begins to sort of just become silent as it's just you and Freya in this moment. The lights burning both within you very brightly and warmly. And it's just a very calm moment. And maybe the first time in at least a little bit, you find a little bit of peace in this respite. And, she grows into a giant dragon. No,
Do it! I'll expend everything. I'll expend everything to make
I
this
will give her my
happen. And
life
she
source.
left.
As you're sitting there, enjoying the moment with Freya. I almost said Luna Freya for a second. With Freya, the blood within you. I can only imagine when you use your not blood magic, your blood hunter-esque blood magic in a way. It's a different thing, but it is almost a slightly variation of blood magic in sorts.
Yeah.
Usually it's filled with this hate, this yearning, this overzealotry, and it's mostly because of Zemnitar and his zealous ways of destroying evil 100% without any reservations. Like it was ringing before, the burning sensation when you return to life, when Zemnitar gave a good part of his life force to return you to the material world to continue to serve in his vision and in Coriel's vision. For the first time, you may take your hand out and you've done this before where you mess with the blood and make shapes. Of course, one of the first things you were taught and learned to manipulate. But a lot of the times when you did it, it was probably through your emotions, like your hardships, your duty to succeed, and you would put a lot of effort to it. Not like concentrating super hard, but you had to, because you had to use that emotion, that raw emotion, that zealous emotion. But with Freya next to you, it's a lot more calmer, it's a lot more easier. And let's say that you sort of make a little image of like you and Olive and Bren. And back then it would have been like still shaky. Even now, it's not like perfect. It's still flowing blood, making these little sculptures of them. And as you add little Freya to the mix, it becomes whole and stable, and there's no ripples in the blood effects of these little sculptures that you make in your hand. It is pristine. It's almost perfect as the marks of their age and their faces are beginning to mold. Something that you've never done before. It's always just been the silhouettes. They're kind of like their bodies, their heads, their hairs. This time, it's so easy for you to make their faces. You can sort of now manipulate them so you can have little Freya's wings open and close. It's a connection and it's a feeling that you may also like appreciate, but at the same time, maybe a little bit fearful of. This is new. This is different. Oh, I'll let you ponder on how you feel about that. It's kind of here. How long are you gonna stay there at the Pantheon?
I would be there for most of the time, just so that way I can get some fresh air. For like the hour
take a
or 2
rest, take a
hours.
breather.
Yeah, just so that way I'm, not stuck in the room and just like spending the time with her and just, let me buy the dragon now. No, I'm just kidding.
For sure. Maybe soon. Hopefully we can finish this.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that would be my break, and just chilling and just
and you can do that repeatedly. You can do that like throughout the day as well if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay. For sure.
Just to have that break, and then just so that way I can spend time. And I don't want to go too far because with knowing how busy it is.
Yeah.
And the fact that I'm also preparing mentally for the battle to come.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can like play like fetch with Freya and like actually play around with her in the back and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean we would do that, and then also like maybe some, as weird as it would be, like hide and seek.
Yeah, no, for sure. There's a lot of like these little like play areas for the animals, and they've made some to accommodate the increase in size of Freya, but definitely she still loves enjoying it. It doesn't matter. She can still like she barely hides behind a barrel, but she thinks she's well hidden and stuff like that, which is cute. For sure, awesome. Okay, we'll go ahead and backtrack time to Portia and Essential. I know you and I, Elena, talked about recently over Discord about some of the downtime stuff, but we'll quickly just graze over it once more so we can bring you back to current time with everyone else with the new information that you have. You joined Essential early in the morning. He has Warren Flume outside, his massive alpha griffin, a larger, more deadlier griffin as his mount. He's definitely well trained. You can see that he's scarred. There's a lot of like claw marks on this massive griffin's face and beak. And there's a beautiful harness and mount. And there's a second one there. You see that Essential puts a little second one, a smaller one in the back behind his, and so this will be yours. Don't have to hold tight. He is a very, very well trained mount. No need for turbulence and taking hold of each other. Just
fantastic.
Just strap yourself in. He ties a belt onto the harness as well.
Thank you.
Problem. I know you're not afraid of heights since you can't really see, so that's a good thing. But we'd be going relatively fast.
Okay. Then I will do my best to hold on then.
He helps you up and he gets on himself and he says, "No need to hold back. If you need to hold on to me, no, feel free." And with that, he hits the whip or the reins, and the griffin takes off in like Mach 1, just straight up into the air. And for a second, you have to hold on to Essential real quick as it was way too sudden for the takeoff. Make your way. You can. forgot you're blind. To describe to you.
That's okay.
But you can hear and sense.
I got like uwu vibes from that.
Right. Sense I can show you the world. The magnitude of how many people are in the city. It's like being back in Torcon all over again. Torcon's one of the largest cities in the world. Almost 500,000 people live in Torcon. That's a lot of people. As you make your way over to Kartu, you notice that, or as on the trip there, Essential talks to you and says, well, we'll be going to Redmont Citadel. It's deep within Thornigan Thickets. We may see some interesting fey creatures of sorts, like talking cats and talking dogs. Don't fret yourself. They're very calm. They're very nice. As long as you respect them, and you still respect us, nothing to be weirded out. They're free creatures. They're already on their own different world. I don't know. They're silly things.
Okay.
As you make your way towards Thornigan Thicket, going over Kartu, Essential points and says out loud, "Is that what I think?" And you feel the griffin shift dramatically to the right and starts making its way downward. And as he's making his descent, he tells you that, interesting. It looks like the Knights Cerulean are on the move. A massive column. It's
Already?
about.
We haven't even gotten there yet.
That's what I'm saying. This is peculiar. They're marching past Kartu, heading north to the Tiber, and you slowly descend, and eventually you all get off. And as you're making your way down, you sort of like glide just above the column of troops or of armed people, and you hear a lot of like, "Oh my God, look at that griffin! What the heck? Herodias, help me!" I don't know. Heronius Paladin. I've always had the mind for Heronius as just paladins being lawful stupid, but that's not always the case.
Not always.
Not always.
Lawful fancy.
Back in the day, it used to be. As you descend and dismount, with Essential helping you, he guides you over. He said, "We're going to go to the head of the column. If you want, I can do all the talking."
Yes, please.
Okay. And we'll go. Yeah.
I don't talk good.
I don't speak very nice.
I don't talk good.
Ooh, that was pretty good. As she guides you, you have your arm crossed with his. You make your way towards the head of the column. He describes to you an older gentleman wearing the fine garments of Heronius, at least for the Knights Cerulean. Very blue, regal blue, very bright, white and silver. A lot of them wearing plates. You can hear a lot of them, talking about the upcoming battle with evil. And he introduces you to all of them. He says, the old man responds like, "Who are you?" And Essential announces himself and announces you. And then we go back into he formally introduces you as a representative of Black Lotus and Arbites Guild, or Arbitrator. Excuse me. He is a member of the followers of Arinju. You meet a Sir William, a Sister Sethrii, a bunch of other leaders of this column of Knights Cerulean. And Sir William, one of the older gentlemen, brings up and says, "I remember seeing you in the Ash Cemetery. You were investigating something."
I was.
It's good to see you. Or it's good to see you again, I guess, and to meet you in person. So Essential continues to talk about that they and you, Black Lotus, being the representative, are going up against the Pilgrims of Freedom, and specifically the Rings of Beasts, as they are, as these Essential claims to be cultists. Sir William throws a corpse in front of both of you, and Essential tells you that it is a Pilgrim of Freedom, beaten and bloodied and cut to ribbons almost. He tells you that he's like, this is honestly the first time I've seen these kind of things from him. And the elder gentleman, this Lord Talved, the Arch-Lector, or the head of this garrison, confronts both of you, says, "Sir William believes that this cult of Asmodeus, who is portraying themselves as these Pilgrims of Freedom, the Ring of Beast over in Austereth, are the reasons, or probably the ones responsible for siphoning the souls of some of our beloved brothers and sisters in arms when we were laying down the rights. So we believe that if there are cults here, and we interrogated this one and a few others in Kartu, that we were going to destroy them. As Heronius would dictate, we are going to bring fury and righteous hell onto them and destroy them." And Essential, sort of like leans in, it's like, I can't believe this is happening.
Me either, but it's working so well.
Like I said, Essential does say, he tells them that, they are going to be in for a very tough fight. And he does go in a little bit in depth of the plan that you, Black Lotus, discussed with him about using them to distract them as they go in and take out the head of the cult.
Correct.
With the support of the Falls of Rinju, he does tell them about their little triage ferry system across the Tiber, which does sort of lift the spirits of a lot of these greenhorns, as Essential points. I was like, these are a lot of young boys and girls and in-betweens. Many will not survive. And even though we have clerics of our own in the Shrine of Rinju, many will die. And even as he says that, Sir William's like, they will die in the honor and for the honor of Herodias. And all of them are like, huzzah, yeah.
Huzzah!
As long
And-
as that's what
Huzzah!
they have decided they want to dedicate their lives to, I can't tell them to not. So-
Essential agrees. Like, I agree with you. It's just, it's
I can't save everybody.
That's very true. Wiser words. So he does confirm, and he says that they brought most of their full garrison, which is 75% greenhorns and squires.
Great.
With a lot of the veterans there too, but a lot of them obviously still many good number, at least a good fair amount of number, still back at Redmont Citadel. They tell you that they're going to settle at this side of the Tiber River and await for the Falls of Rinju, which Essential will be coordinating. Essential turns to you as you're, I guess, sort of make your way back to Warm Plume and says that I'll coordinate here on things on this side of the river if you want to go ahead and tell the rest of your comrades at Black Lotus. And if there's anything else, that's any other information that I need to know so that I can coordinate better with the Knights Cerulean here and other allies that your comrades have, go ahead and send them my way, however means. And he takes you back and he drops you out back to the Monarch. He says, like I said, I'll be over in the Tiber, creating our little foothold over there. So he bows his head. He gives you a big hug. Says, you too.
Oh.
I know. Pretty straightforward. He drops you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Gets on his mount and barrels rockets out of here.
Do a barrel roll.
All right.
Well,
No,
that was a lot easier than we thought it was going to be.
So I'm going to ask now to the players, how do you want to proceed going forward now? I would say that, probably around like 7 or 8, the guy would be around time Kender would be finished completely with all his stuff. Did we want to have a meeting to see, or did we want to just start directing your resources and your assets to designated areas? What do you guys want to do next, I guess? So
Well,
Nick Knight here currently, yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry.
it would be I would say we would need to sit down and either speak of a meeting's gonna happen no matter what.
Right.
Yeah, I think
but
one
in
last
order-
meeting for Black Lotus anyway.
Yeah, to make sure that we know which direction we want to go, where the assets are going, and then direct them.
Yeah.
And then that way we can give information to each other to, update.
So I'll go ahead and post the map and stuff to you all just because.
Okay.
Zypher would have brought it up to you regardless. So
Yeah.
here is the map.
Thank you.
And it's been notated. So there is some notations on this map, and the notations are from when the Draconians wrote onto it, and they'll be in black. Now there's gonna be some notations in blue, and those notations are gonna be basically from Trefinor. Trefinor is the one that sort of wrote down, as she also saw the map eventually. Like, this is actually where the secret locations is. This is caved in and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I will go ahead and post it in images on our Discord. And I'll also post the information that Zypher would have gotten.
Zephyr!
Zephyr
Would-
Strike!
Would have gotten from the Sage. I can just go over right now.
Holy shit.
So as you can see, the map is very large. You can see on the left. So on the left side of the map, you see the 2 main entrances, which do converge to one giant tunnel that leads out to the embankment of the Tiber River. these prepared defense. Also, I'll just start from. So we'll start with the main entrance. These large tunnels are lined with sculpted stones, markings of the cult of the Dragon Queen, yada yada yada. They've been weathered with time. The little diamonds that are marked as prepared defenses, those were, at least by the notations of the Draconian garrison 40 or so years ago that wrote these notations down. These were dug trenches, barricades, and choke points that the Draconians would use to defend the caverns. The strategy was to defeat the enemy and break them. The deeper they got into the caverns, the worse it would be off for them. It'd be a true slow battle of attrition. These prepared defense were also places where they would set traps, along with ancient ones powered by the dark magic of Arak Draconian mages. So there probably were also, I don't know if they would be still working or not, but magical traps would also be in that area as well, along with booby traps galore. Moving over to the top center, you see prison cells. These prison cells are outlined that they can hold up to 40 captives. They are large iron wrought pens that are fully enclosed, with a large iron vault door that seals them in. The living quarters, Draconians would sleep in carved bunks into the stone walls and rocks. It appeared to be in a honeycomb pattern, sort of like bugs in the catacombs, but they would carve. Yeah, basically some sort of hive pattern setup. The larger Savak Draconians would sleep closer to the outer perimeters to act as fast response teams. These are large as the temples dedicated to TML within Valhalla. So, like I said, it is a cavern, but they have built stonework into the caverns themselves, creating these caverns/temple cathedrals and stuff. The western and eastern sanctums are modest carved stone walls and chambers depicting Tiamat and her dragon armies. Much of these areas are used for prayer and worship, along with bloodletting melees to keep the troops' morale up. Like I said, this is information based on Draconian's notations from the garrisons back then. The central temple of the Dark Queen, which is near the right side of the map, is a massive and expansive cathedral of sorts, built into the cavern, it houses a large chamber with a massive statue of Tiamat, along with various ancient dragon statues. Within were also sacrificial pits where the Draconians would throw captives or slaves, that also house starved and clipped winged dragons, basically slave, sort of malnourished dragons. At the center of the cathedral was a massive bronze statue to the Dragon Queen herself, which stood 120 feet high. The Hall of the Queen's Talons to the far right is where they bury the champions, each with huge plaques above their graves that list their deeds and death. And then finally, which Trefanor points out, that this is where Otidaar's lair set up, the Inner Sanctum. Here, the greatest temple of the entire cavern system is located, with large stone halls with statues of dragons and other large obsidian statues to Tiamat. Near the back, the commander's chambers were located and had enough room to store 20 people. However, Lady Trefanor would have told you, and Bo told everyone at this meeting, that the Inner Sanctum is still a cathedral, but there is a but there's a hidden passage at the very end of this map that leads into the actual, preserved sanctum, and that is where Otidaar makes his lair.
And that's the Inner Sanctum with the hexagon.
Correct. As you can, sorry. Go ahead.
With my cartography kit, would I be able to make copies of this?
Yeah, it would take. Yeah, that's fine. It would just take you a couple hours. Okay. How many are you making?
I don't know as of yet. I feel like at least one for us, for when we get in there, and then some for I guess the lieutenants of sort for the mercenaries we hired. So Essential would have one. Whoever the leader of the Heroni, the followers of Heronius.
Make an intelligence check using your cartography as proficiency.
16 on the die. Intelligence +2, proficiency, since I have proficiency +3, so 21.
You could definitely make that. It would take you a little bit deep late in the night to do it, unless you whatever. But it would take you a few hours to make maps for all the people that would need it. So yeah, that's totally fine, as you have the kit and you have the resource to do so. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yay.
And and bear in mind that these traps could still be there, but guaranteed there are more than just these.
Almost certainly.
100%, yeah.
So just bear that in mind when you make the maps to just inform them.
How much does Otidaar know of what Lady Trefanor has been up to?
Lady Trephinor probably believes that Otidaar. Well, she knows that Otidaar knows that she has betrayed the cult, but betrayed as in does not serve as Motus anymore. Aiding the cults or aiding you probably more so now, as you did make a pretty open parlay in front of the carnival. So word must have already been sent to Otidaar by now.
So going into the secret entrance, we're gonna have to fucking
Depends.
most likely there are going to be some type of defenses there as well.
Maybe, yeah, for sure. But that's just speculation. She doesn't know completely how long it will take Otidaar to know, or how Otidaar is going to change up his game plan. But regardless, if the size force outside is more daunting, that is the priority, at least for Otidaar.
Yeah, understandably.
Because right now it seems that you all outnumber Otidaar's forces by some, even though most of them aren't as good. But numbers still normally wins battles. However, obviously it depends on the battlefield too as well.
Yeah.
Regardless, it shouldn't be too bad, but it really depends on, I guess, what our next planning is. What do we want to do with the knowledge we have now? But before that, we'll go ahead and take a break real quick.
Yeah. All right, guys, enjoy the break. Get the snackos going, and
Alcohol.
well, I mean, if you want to do that, no pressure on that. But we will be back in 10 minutes, guys. Hey, what is up, guys? It is Joe Dirt. We have a wonderful opportunity here that we are sponsored by Raise Energy. If you click the link in the panel below that says Raise Energy, it's our affiliate link. Use the code Joe Dirt for 15% off. This is a cool opportunity for us because it will help us get kickback as well as get you a great product. My favorite is obviously Baja Lime. It is amazing. They do have several other flavors here as well, but I would recommend, if you're looking for a canned energy drink, to get the variety pack 1 or 2 to give yourself a little bit of a different take. Also, these are sold at any GNC or vitamin shop across the US, so bearing that in mind as well. So that way, if you want to go down to your local GNC or vitamin shop or possible gas station, but it's better to go to a GNC, you guys can pick it up and try one for yourself. So they do offer the different cases here for different flavors, as well as they do offer a popcorn as well. So they offer a snack, and they also have different flavors as well. Peanut butter cup is great if you're looking for a healthy alternative snack, and if you enjoy popcorn. Also, they do have pre-workout, as well as they do have the different weight loss, muscle like builders, as well as health and wellness. I do like their hypersleep. It is good for the for those of you like me that have a hard time sleeping. I do favor their sour gummy flavor. It is nice, as well as it just helps you get that clean sleep, as well as it does not affect you as much when you wake up. It helps you go into sleep as well as come out as well. It is awesome. They do have a lot of apparel as well, which is great. I mean, everybody knows that we love apparel here. It is awesome. As you can see, I've got this great quality shirt. Love it. But yeah, guys, that's about it. Like I said, if you want to pick up some of the Raise Energy, click the link below. Use code JoeDirt, 15% off. And guys, again, this opportunity was made possible by you and by your support. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you in a few.
We're hero approved. Look at this guy over here. This is Grouch Couch, where the players are guaranteed to be more intoxicated than their characters. Ha! And they're gonna make you laugh your ass off. And that guy over there, dragons in the dining room. They actually stream from their dining room, and I don't know how they put the fucking dragons in there, but it's pretty sweet. They all jammed in there. It's great. The guy down there, Joe Dirt. Yeah, gotta jump in the hole. Gotta jump in that hole. Good homebrew stuff. Yeah, good times. This little lady down here, wholesome heart. That's what she, a little bit of chaos. Yeah, a little bit of chaos. And me, you gotta catch me on Saturdays. Agent Spooky's Pocket Pitch Mojo. Hit the road. And we are hero approved.
Don't laugh. You're making me laugh.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Joe Dirt. So, I'd like to thank you guys all, first off, for the massive amount of support that we've received over the past few months. We've been growing, and I've been wanting to say thank you. To take a step back and let you guys know that what you guys do is appreciated. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the subs. And most of all, thank you for your time. We don't get a chance to say it enough, but thank you. Thank you so much. Everyone that's in chat, everyone that just comes by to say hi, even the lurkers out there, I know you guys are out there. Thank you. Thank you so much. We hope to continue to grow, to continue to move forward, and we continue to be able to bring you guys content and just our personalities and just overall everything that we have to offer you. Thank you all, and guys, see ya very soon.
Do you mean like what do you mean like
Like-
the name on it?
Like, does it say specifically like Tay Hammer has access to?
No, this
Go
writ writ's for Nemea. Remember, Nemea's the one that got the writ.
Yes, but like, does it
Mm.
specifically say like Nemea has access, or is it like just a general writ of passage from
It's a-
Nemea achieving it?
It's a general writ of passage written to it's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple document that just says that Nemea and her companions or relative allies, and it lists you as the
Yeah.
only other one,
Damn. Okay.
are allowed entryway into the noble districts.
Because I had this idea of using it to get onto the hill to, like, as changed into Daveman,
Right.
and then going in and being like, "Yo, so I've been following these bitches for a while now. Word on the street is they fucked you over, they fucked me over. Let's talk."
Mhm.
'Cause I
here's the-
personally want to know what the guards have. Like,
you could, I mean, if you want, I mean, you could forge one that says something else. You have the document.
yeah.
You could forge one, or have Nemea forge one, or you can have Honinger forge one because he has a quill of forgery.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So that's
I could-
that's if you want to go down that route. Because right now I don't really know.
Do we have time for it per se? Like with us doing like the whole battle planning and everything?
we technically have time now. I'm not gonna do a battle today. Or
Okay.
the final showdown, obviously, for obvious reasons. So We might even end early today, in all honesty, just because.
It's understandable because he's not responding whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I
mean,
just hope everything's okay.
Yeah, so do I.
But yeah, there's really nothing. I think we all can agree we don't want to push any forward.
yeah.
So I will leave a writ of passage for and politely ask Honja to make a forgery for using Daveman's name as the person to have passage for it.
Right.
As I'm working on like getting the maps together. Because I still have the uniform from back when we did that shit.
Right.
Daveman.
Yep.
Dave,
Remember that shit? Remember back when Argos got captured and he hulked out?
Yeah.
Good old times. So I was looking back in the Discord trying to remember which names because I couldn't find it in my notes. And I found the Cat Eater drawing and I'm like, Cat Eater!
Yeah.
Hey, is anyone having troubles accessing D&D Beyond?
No.
I am not.
At the moment, no.
I'm in it right now.
I'm getting a server error, a runtime error on my end.
Oh, that's weird.
What are you trying to access right now?
I'm just trying to get to I'm trying to go to Honja so I can make a test.
Gotcha.
But I cannot access D&D Beyond at all. It won't even send me to the site.
It's allowing me to go to different
yeah.
screens.
I'm able to pull up my character. Let me see if I can.
It says server error in /application.
Ooh, I see what he's saying.
Runtime
Yeah,
error.
that's definitely an issue on the D&D Beyond. Then that's not a thing that you have to worry about. But
Right. No, I was just wondering.
other than, yeah.
I was wondering if everyone else is seeing it because that's fucking weird.
Yeah, I went to. I tried
My
to go
guess is
to.
that it's load balanced and only one of the servers is having the issue.
Right, the one at least I'm trying to access, I guess.
Well, yeah, no, I'm.
Yep.
I tried doing it. I tried to go to my characters and did the same thing.
Oh, really?
I went to
Interesting,
my
yeah.
characters. I went to the campaign. I sent the campaign link to you, and just in case to see if going to a different link would help.
See, it works on my phone. It works on my phone. It's just on my computer right now, I guess.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Oh, wait, that's the same one. Anyways, yeah. So you want Honja to do that? I'm assuming.
Since he has a Quill of Forgery, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. That's fine. Why are we not logging in? Okay.
Are you doing the green thumb thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do the green thumb thing.
Awesome.
I was like, I want to do my changeling shit because I haven't done anything like cool in a while. I'm like, wait, guys, I have an idea.
I can do stuff.
I can change into other people. My initial thought when I went to go down and grab beers was changing to Meryl Drummond and just you waltz back in there. But obviously, with everyone seeing the fucking body,
Do you see the cojones you are wearing right now?
if it was just a rumor that he's been missing and presumed dead, that would be different. But since his body was strung up in the middle of the fucking town, like, there's not really much I can do.
Yeah.
I'm back from the dead, everybody.
Exactly. Like,
Hello.
exactly. Like, if it was just presumed dead and like I just waltzed back in there, it wouldn't be different. But had it been since everyone saw his body, I'm like, okay, new plan.
So it appears to be an ordinary feathery quill pen, but it can be used to imitate any handwriting. You must make a. Oh, I see. It's just copying the handwriting. Yeah, I mean that's perfect then. Still, regardless.
Yeah.
You copy consistently with these 10 words and burn it before mixing the ashes with ink. When writing with that ink, you handwrite it with a perfectly matched sample, up to 500 words, which is definitely enough. Once you use the property of the quill, cannot be used again until the next dawn. All right. Cool. Yeah, he doesn't have to make a test. He just automatically does it. So cool. So he just can't do it again until next dawn. So he writes up of a forgery form exactly as is. And I'll say that he makes the notation of David. You said you wanted.
Yeah, instead of Nemea and friends with us listed, just for Daveman for his passage.
Okay, yeah. Honja gives it to you and says, "Haha, my finest work yet."
Let's see how I can do this. And I change into Daveman and try and like get his features.
Anyone getting feedback?
as I can.
Yeah.
I'm getting feedback too.
I think that's you.
It's coming from Mike. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It definitely was Mike.
muted.
Not.
Yeah.
Here.
There we go.
Not getting it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it better now? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might have been like a cable thing.
I just
Yeah.
literally moved my cable, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like. I was having that issue too.
So yeah, I will change into Daveman. Oh,
What
Christ.
David looks like?
That little like gnomish kind of looking feller. I
Yeah.
think it was halfling or gnome. I can't remember exactly.
He is a halfling, so he doesn't wear any
Halfling.
shoes. He has the
Perfect.
hairy feet like a hobbit.
Yeah. Good thing I speak halfling too.
Yeah, for sure.
I speak Imperial and Ducian halfling, so
You.
Right.
I tried to take as many racial languages of races I can change into as I could.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, but I can't fucking speak Draconic.
Optimizing, my guy. Optimizing.
Yeah, and I took it. I'm like, well, Argos and the May have Draconic. I don't need it. And then we've run into Draconic so many fucking times.
Hey, look, we're talking to dragons in our first fucking contract.
Literally. and then I think it was like a couple levels later, I was like, okay, I get more languages from taking Mastermind Rogue. Do I take Dracon? I think I'm gonna take Dracon. You know what? No, these two got it. We should be fine. And then here we are now in another fucking quest that has a bunch of Draconic shit.
Okay, so
Choices
you
are-
are you turn into Daveman. However, you do not have his clothes.
I still have the green thumb uniform from.
You have a green thumb uniform. Okay, that's fine. So it's just basic like green leather garbs with leather, or green leather garbs with a hood, stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you have this writ that's for Daven, and you are Daven. Yeah.
I feel uncomfortable.
Are we all in the
Judge,
meeting?
is
Or-
this-
Yeah, I would say you guys are all in the meet right now. I mean,
Okay.
yes, sort of. Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously, if you guys talked about this, that's totally fine.
At this point, everybody knows. I just do it in front of everybody. Like I
Right,
don't
right, right.
care.
So yeah, you guys know the plan, I guess. What he's trying to do.
Yeah. So, Verendeva is pissed about Meryl's death. Rightfully blames me, and I tried to patch things up, but obviously that's not happening. So I'm gonna see what she has planned because the guard said we'll be seeing you real soon. So as
That's not
Daveman,
suspicious.
right? So as Daveman, I am going to go in and try and conspire with her, considering that we've had issue. Well, Green Thumb has had issues with us, and they have issues with us. So
Okay.
that sounds like
kind
a
of
good
using
plan. I mean,
that.
unfortunately, with them, I mean, I get the issues.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
he was
get it,
hired
but
by us, or
the,
you.
the problem
rather.
is that the information she got is from Judge Arlestro, not of the recent updates of the blood magic and everything, and Judge Arlestro's connection with Merc. So obviously, the information's a little bit more tainted against us.
Yes.
Hunter sort of speaks up. He's like, well, also that like she's a drug addict, and so like, I remember my times at the den. Like she was always in very lucid form, lucid mood. So I mean,
I was gonna ask, is there a way for me to get with her? Oh wait. Is there a way for me to get with her that you know of to where I don't have to fucking go all the way up on the hill and run into all the guards?
honestly, she closed down her den, man. She closed down her drug den. They were closed down, or I don't know, someone closed it down, so I can't even go
Shit.
to the same place. So I mean, I feel like her knowing everything now, like she's like using all that she has to fuck with us.
Well, she doesn't have everything,
True.
obviously.
That's true.
Um,
But yeah, I mean, your guess is as good as mine.
yeah. All right.
Yeah, so I would like to. I spent the day creating the potions. I am going to keep the graders, at least most of them, for myself, in order to, since I will probably be taking a hefty portion of the damage.
Yeah.
Getting
Rightfully
hits.
so.
So, who does not have any healing potions currently?
Let me take a look. I have. Why am I still doing the voice right now? I have a greater healing potion and 2 regular healing potions, and that's it. And that is between Maxine and myself.
And
I have some. I don't know that I have on my character sheet, but I remember I bought some last week.
Yeah.
I have 2 regulars and 2 graders.
Also, before I take off, I'm going to hand all of my gear, my bag of holding, and all my weapons to Maxine to hold on to at the Monarch, so that in case I do get captive, they don't steal all my shit.
Yeah, for sure. So you're just going in unarmed and stuff like that?
Exactly. Come in with the writ of passage, basically like showing that I'm not there with hostile intent. I like looking for allies to conspire against this Black Lotus group.
For sure, of course. All right.
And then Elena, did you write it down, or how many? Just so I know how to disperse.
Yeah.
I'll take a look at Zypher's character sheet as well and see what he's got.
I think he has a few as well, both good, like regular and greater.
He should. Yeah.
I have 2 greater healing potions. Normal. I think I have those in there already. And then the dead man.
Poisons.
Did I add those?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know she bought.
I did add them all. I did them all,
Yeah.
except for the potions of mana, because
Yeah.
I didn't have that in D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
All right.
Zypher has 2 regular potions of healing, and that's it.
Okay, so I will give.
Oh, actually, no, I am all updated. Never mind.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
sorry.
So, since you have 2, I will give, so just so that way Maxine has, and I'm gonna give 1. I'll give 1 greater to you and Maxine Peak, just so that way you have, at least 1 for each of you.
So you're giving us 2 or 1 for the both of us? Because I already have 1 in my inventory.
Yeah, I'm only giving you 1.
Gotcha.
Just so that way, if you need it, you can give it to her, and then she
Perfect.
has 1.
Yep.
And then since Nemea and Portia have graders, I won't give them any because they have a few.
Yeah, and I have potions of mana that I can use to get my spell slots back for healing.
Yeah,
Nice.
and then I'm going to give. Let's see. I will give. How many regular potions of healing do you have? Peak.
I have 2. Zypher has 2. And then I don't know about the rest of you.
And then Nemea.
For healing potions,
Yeah, just normals.
I have 2.
Okay.
And then Nethley has 2 regular, and only 2 regular.
Nice.
Well, I'm giving you. You have 2 graders, so that's I'm counting. I'm assuming you'd give the graders to Natalie. Like if she gets hurt, yeah.
I'm gonna make
Yeah,
sure
'cause she's already
Maxine
used
holds
hers.
onto the one that you have, that you gave her.
Yeah. And then Elena. So Portia has no normals, correct?
I have 2 normals.
Okay, so I will.
It looks like we all have 2 normals.
I'm gonna give each of you guys 2. So
I'll
yeah, so it's gonna be 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 10 because 2, 4. How many potions does Honja have? So I'm gonna give him 2 as well.
Honja's good. He's got 5 graders and 2 regulars.
Good God, this man's.
He hasn't been using them.
Yeah, fair. He's just been going all out and then coming back fucking scathed as hell and then just resting it off.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't been using it mid-battle.
Okay, so
That's
that'll be
the thing about a rogue. We have cunning actions to be able to create the distance and whatnot, so we don't tend to use potions as much as we probably should.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that'll be all of those, just so that way, since I can heal, because that's been the biggest issue. Is I had a whole bunch last time, and since I dispersed too many too thin,
Yeah.
I had literally no way to bonus
yourself,
action
yeah.
heal myself.
Yeah. I still have that fucking Zhao sheet that we just still have been holding on to that this whole time, which is so hilarious to me.
Well, we don't.
We just I know we haven't had an opportunity to actually run off and return it. But it's funny that we just have this mystical fucking weapon that if like people that know what it is found it, like would probably.
All right, that ends what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna disperse out the healing potions and, make sure everybody has at least some. So that way, because so that and if we're all gonna be relatively close, and since I have quite a few, if something does happen, I can heal other people.
Awesome. Anything else before we jump into Little Peak's soiree?
Nope.
Do you want me to follow you as a cat?
If you want to, you can. I don't know how long it's gonna take.
Okay.
Are you able to change into anything flying or not yet?
Not yet.
Were you? Okay. I figured with the druid level, I didn't think so. If you guys have ways of keeping watch on me, you're more than welcome to. I will definitely not deny any types of assistance. If shit goes south and I get captured, I'd rather me get captured with none of my gear on me than.
Unfortunately, the only way Hotus could join you, but I would have to, if you wanted my assistance, I would have to be at least within close proximity to be of any use.
And if we go too hard with the surveillance, I'm afraid our cover will get blown.
Here's the thing. I mean, Cypher has the monocle of Longsight, and he has as well. So
if Cypher stays up top and kind of keeps line of sight and tries to see what he can do, then from there, I don't know.
Yeah. Are you able to change into a smaller animal? Like say a pocket-sized animal?
Yes, I think so. Right now, my only restrictions are max CR of 1/2 and no flying speed.
Yeah, so you can change into small creatures and tiny creatures, but
this is coming from Kemdir. He's just like, well, if you're able to change into a small creature, I'm assuming, judging by the last time, you're not able to speak. However, if we have a code word, if we have a code word, we can know that something has happened. If you make it
safety word,
code words, essentially.
So what is the smallest creature you'd be able to turn into that we would be able to still hear?
Well, I mean, if she gets to you guys, she could just change back.
Well, no, I'm saying for you, just in case if she splits off to, be in the room with you.
The smallest one I can do is tiny. So, what about like a mouse?
We've got badger, bat,
Scorpion.
Cat, scorpion, yeah.
Spider. Oh, yep, I can be a rat.
Nice.
I'll be a rat.
Okay. There you
go. So that way, if you need to disperse,
I go full Neville with Daveman, and you turn into a frog. Trevor.
Oh, hi.
Just so that way you can. Exactly.
Rip it.
Harry
Rip it. So what I would say is being able to have a just make it so that way if it's 1 squeak, we're okay. 2, it's bad. 3, we need to go now.
Okay.
That's for if you. That's especially for since you're going to be in the room with her. That is for Peak to know if something's happening, just in case if you move to get a more advantageous position.
Mm-hmm.
So that way you can, if you can make it back to her,
I'm also going to equip all of my stuff to where that I know what bonuses and shit I have.
Because you're going to be in normal armor.
Yep.
I don't even think that, I think that just counts as clothing.
It's just clothing. So my AC is going to be 14. I don't have the cloak of protection saving throws. I don't have the the bonus of my bracers. Like I'm going in as bare as I can be to where I do not pose any threat in case my cover gets blown. Or
Yeah,
if
do
they
you
just
wanna-
are too suspicious, then I can just fucking leave.
I mean, do you want to at least just have a dagger? Just hidden on your person?
You
At least so
probably
you have
should.
something.
You're a
You don't need to.
bandit.
I mean, fair. I should probably have a dagger. So I'll take one of my daggers from the fucking plethora of shit that I have given to Mexi, and I reach into my bag of holding it, pull out.
100 takes out his shadow glass dagger. He's like, wish you could have kept that purple piercing, huh?
Don't remind me. I fucking loved that goddamn thing. But
You should probably leave before I gut you, because I really don't like how you look. I think we all can agree.
I mean,
Agreed.
I want to stab you in the face.
Honestly, I think you've, for some reason, the only word that comes to mind is you look slimy.
well,
100 just fucking keels over.
Abominable.
well, then obviously it's
Monster.
working. I'll be back. Hopefully.
David's mother must be fucking upset about that.
Rolling in her grave.
I hope she's dead. Doesn't have to look at that anymore.
You
She's
know,
probably grateful.
It's not even my face, and I feel offended. What the fuck, guys?
As you leave Maxine, where's Maxine? Where's Maxine
She's
going?
staying at the Monarch with my
Okay.
gear.
Maxine literally like grabs you by both shoulders. She's just like,
I know this is a weird.
"You're gonna be okay? Are you sure?"
I will be back. Trust me. We still have some shit that we have to deal with.
Right. I know.
I promised you that we're taking care of that asshole.
Okay.
And we're going to.
She gives you a hug, and then she's just like, "This is weird."
I know it's. I'm not used to like doing this with things I haven't normally done. Like I've
never met this David, but I already want to cleave your head off. It's weird.
I'm gonna go before you accidentally do.
The vibes are real.
I know how strong you can fucking hit.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna wild shape into a rat.
Space
And-
bat.
Woo! I'm gonna roll around in some ashes so that I look a little bit less starry.
Sure.
I just look like a dirty rat because that's what I am. And I'm gonna
Dirty
crawl up
fucking rat.
Peek's leg, sit on the shoulder, and go.
A red wall.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a weird situation for both of us, and I'm all about it.
Okay, so you and Portia, the new dynamic duo, shape of rat, form of imp, make your way out of the Monarch. It's about close to late afternoon at this point.
I am trying to be as stealthy as possible to where I don't get spotted coming out of the Monarch.
Okay, go ahead and make 2 stealth checks for me. So make one right now.
So I unequipped all my gear. First one is a 28.
And then by the time you make your way near Lascar here, go ahead and make another one.
25, 15 plus 10.
So everything looking good. It's easy for you to maneuver through the thick crowds still
Yeah,
up and about or up and around during this time.
facing the crowd, baby.
And you make your way, you're with your hood up and stuff.
Yeah.
You said you're on his shoulder, like underneath the cloak, Portia. Okay. So as you're making your way towards the gate, there's still some people like still being eyed. How do you proceed?
I walk up to the gate with the writ of passage.
Okay.
Still have the hood up.
Sure. One of the guards, it's probably the same guard that you took before. He looks at you,
Yeah.
looks around. Hey, Jimbo. And he sees one of the guards who's like right in front of the gate. He's like, "Go take a break, man." And Jimbo's like, "All right." And then he gives you a note. Very like weirdly, just like.
I nod and proceed.
Okay. Yeah. As you make your way,
Does he give me the writ of passage back, or does he give me a note?
No, he gives you it back.
Okay.
But he just, unlike last time where, the guard's just like, "Here, take it back." The guard now just like leans down close to you and gives it back to you. Doesn't see your face, but he's just like, Because it has your name. It has David's name on it, so you just
Yeah.
give it back. Okay. So, make your way up to Drummond Estate. Like I said, there's still a lot of guards up and about. As you approach, nothing's changed. There's no like activity. There's no buzz going around,
Yeah.
at least from what you can hear. And you approach the front gate. There's about 4 or 5 guards still outside. How do you proceed?
I as much as I want to sneak in, I feel like just going about it straight to the gate is going to be my best idea. I definitely am now kind of on edge underneath the persona after the
Sure.
go take a break thing.
Sure.
Since that kind of changed, I feel like knowing it's a forgery, like I feel like I'm a little on edge. But I think I'm still going to go up to the gate and
Okay.
ask to speak with Verandeva.
Cool. As you approach the gate, you approach the once again it's that big guard that told you like, oh, we'll see you later, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. You walk over and the guard's just like walks towards you and says, what are you doing out here so late? As he extends his hand for the writ.
I hand it out. I believe we have the best phrase is the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
The guard looks at you and he's like, look, I don't know what you're getting at, man, but yeah, Vern W is waiting for you. So go ahead and go out around the back entrance you normally take, and she'll meet you there.
Oh shit!
So the guards let you in.
She waiting for me?
I'm waiting for David.
I mean, I'm saying this out of character. That like,
yeah.
Oh, did I just discover? Oh shit! Okay, all right.
So
here we go.
You walk on in, and you don't know where you're at. The guard sort of just looks like it's only been a couple of days since you were last here, David. Go around the back to the side and take the servants' door entryway. Make sure you don't let the servants see you though, like normal, okay?
I nod and do my little stealthy shit and go around back.
Cool. As you make your way, how do you want to, like, he said go around the board. Do you want to go around the garden, or do you want to go through the garden? Like, what do you want?
Because now that I know that the Green Thumbs are involved and they're here in the city, I almost just want to get the fuck out of Dodge. Because I feel like now that I know that like I feel like if I continue this, my cover might get blown and I might get fucked.
Well, what do you want to do?
At first I want to follow the exact route like that the guard tells me, so go around the garden. But once I get to a spot where I know nobody else can see me, I want to kind of reconvene with Portia since she's still on my shoulder.
Okay, give me a second. Okay, so you want to go near the place where he told you to, like the servant quarters, and you do find the servant quarter door. It's a little modest little door that's into the side of an extension to the manor. You see a couple servants walk in and out. I'll say you're probably like 45 feet away from it, like near like a bunch of bushes and trees in the part of the garden, if you want to. Yeah.
All right, Portia, I'm kind of freaking the hell out. Daveman's been here before. They've already been conspiring with Verandeva. Should we try and press this further, or just get the fuck out and try for something later? One squeak for go in, 2 squeaks for get the fuck out. God damn it.
That's not what I asked.
You're trying to keep out of vision, right?
Yes, I am trying to
make a stealth check.
I'm 100% trying to not be seen at the fuck all.
Make a stealth check.
12 plus 10, 22.
Okay, for sure.
Shit.
Like I said, right now where you're at, you're between some shrubs and bushes and trees.
Yeah.
That are part of the garden / maze, and like you're looking at an angle. The door's like right here. You're looking probably 45 feet at an angle to the left of the door, so you can see whoever comes in and out.
Gotcha.
Just giving you like a little.
Yeah. I'm going to press on against Peak's anxiety of the last time she snuck in as someone else and fucked up. But I am going to press on and follow the pathing that the guard told me to go.
Okay, for sure. So you go to the servants' store then?
I want to kind of take a quick glance in and see if there's anyone in there, and then try and maneuver around so I don't get spotted.
The door's closed, so you still have to approach the door regardless. There are no windows in here.
I didn't know if there was like it was a door with like the little.
No, it's just like it's just a simple wooden door to this little square expansion that looks obviously not part of the manor. It was sort of built onto it.
Has there been any like consistency with when servants were going in and out? Like,
depending on how long you take this conversation with and hiding, you probably saw maybe a couple of servants walk in and out. Most of them were either people that are from the kitchen tossing some garbage out, or landscapers going in and then coming back out. Probably like five or six have walked in and out. You know, no one's tracking them, but there are guards along the walls, but they're not actively looking. They're just looking outside, not within.
Okay, so if they're, I want to just crack the door just slightly and kind of do a quick glance and see if I can make my way towards where I'm trying to go.
Sure. You turn the knob and slowly open it to give you a little peep, little line. Inside, you see a little small, narrow hallway that leads into basically the main portion of this extension of this building, this room. You see there's a couple tables, there's a couple servants that look like they're peeling potatoes or they're like folding some laundry in this little area. Talking about random stuff like, oh, I cannot wait for the festival, blah, blah, blah. Did you see that cute one down by 47th Street? I wonder if he's new. Is he the cousin of the Lordling? Some simple gossip as of right now.
Yeah.
Further on, though, you can see, and I'm using your passive perception, you're just scanning everything. Further along, you do see that there's another hallway that leads into what looks like the main manor, and the door is slightly ajar, and there's light peering through it.
Is that where the dude told me to go?
The guard just told us to just go through the normal entryway where you normally go, David.
Shit.
Yeah, man. Why don't you know?
Yeah,
Because I'm not fucking David.
But you are Dave, man.
God, I hate this already.
Don't fool yourself, man.
I think I'm just getting into my own head because I blew my cover the last time with fucking up names. So I think.
Time for more practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I am going to go into try and maneuver my way quickly to that door that is currently open.
Sure. Are you gonna just slowly sneakily make it, or just gonna just open the door and close it nonchalantly like normal? Just
I'll definitely try and be stealthy about it because the guard made a heavy point to not be seen by any of the servants.
For sure.
So slowly and methodically, and then kind of just booking it when I need to.
You
very
creep
solid snake like.
You creep into the door, close it slightly behind you, slowly. You are in the shadows of this little alcove, I guess, the little alcove hallway that leads into this smaller building. As you sort of slide along the wall, sticking to the shadows, you peer around the corner. You see there's probably 2 or 3 servants in this little room. This little a small little home. It looks like an extension from the kitchen. You see people preparing food, like vegetables, washing them, stuff like that. You do see some laundry. You definitely notice that this is an extension to the servants' quarters. This is another just an area for them to work and stuff like that. Eventually, all 3 of them, you hear a bell coming from that door, and all 3 servants sort of look at each other it's already time already. All right, well, dinner should be. Oh, well, let's go get the menus. And they sort of take some of the ingredients they've been cutting and stuff like that, and they make their way through the door. And then the one servant, there's 3 humanoids, and there's this one halfling one. And she turns around with the basket. She's like, are you going to come with us? And she turns and looks into the corner of the room. You can't see yet, but she looks like she's talking to someone else. She's like, are you going to join us? Is the lady going to? And the woman responds. She's like, no, not really. I just need to. I'll finish my meal here and I'll make my way to find the lady Verandel. She's like, okay, for sure, understood. And the halfling walks away. Walking into view now is this immediately you remember that night when you were walking with Zypher and Nemea, that night you were attacked on the
Yeah.
streets. And
The Genasi?
appearing in front of you now is this blue or the water female Ganassi.
Yep.
It attacked you. And I'll go ahead and post a picture again. And the images.
Oh, God. The lines connect. God.
And
damn.
she walks into view. You know, she has sort of the same outfit she was wearing before when she attacked you in the Maya. And she's sort of like, go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
24.
Cool. She sort of stops midway through the hallway leading to the open door now. She's like eating like what looks to be remnants of like a bread, like jam and bread or jam and toast. She puts it down, she stops, looks around her shoulder, not like full view, but sort of just like stops and maybe she's heard something. And she continues, finishes it, and walks to the door and closes it. Now you're in the room by yourself.
Christ. Well, that's not good. All right. Is there like a crack underneath the door or anything?
Yeah.
Would it be enough that Portia would be able to sneak on in or no?
What kind of rat are you? You're a rat, not a mouse, correct?
I'm a rat, not a mouse.
Yeah, so a rat's slightly bigger.
I'm fat.
Yeah. I didn't say that, but okay.
Chonky
she's-
boy.
But
She's a chubby mouse.
Yeah,
It's
she's
only
yeah,
tiny. It's only tiny and not whatever is less. Than
whatever
tiny.
less than that, true. But no, it's a rat, so it's
I'm
a
the
rat.
same size category as a badger, so
Dangerous creatures.
Ooh.
The honey badger. So yeah, I mean, yeah, as a rat, probably not. If she was a mice, like a mouse, probably.
Is there a like a chef's garb or anything that's sitting in this kitchen right now?
You can go ahead and make an investigation check or a perception, whichever one you want to choose.
Probably perception. 13 plus 8, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 8. 21.
Yeah, you find one, but it's not for a halfling. It's for a normal skinny humanoid.
I change. I'm trying to remember like a human that I could just go as. I think I just kind of like a indiscriminate human, almost like I guess like it would just be like a more slender version of my father.
Okay. You want to describe that to everyone?
So have you guys seen Brave before? The big fucking like Viking dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think of like Chiggin but more Irish.
What?
Well, like
What do you? How does that?
like
I'm just asking. How's
because
that
like but like
more Irish?
but like
he's already
he,
red.
but he looks like even more of like a Viking than like an American.
That's just because of his beard. I've seen
Yeah.
Irish men with a beard like that.
But like full on like braided and everything, like
Oh, okay. Yeah.
almost
for
like dwarvish and shit.
sure. For sure.
Not necessarily like the wide build, but fairly muscular. So it's kind of just more of a slender version of that. And
Okay.
then a scar kind of just right across the cheek.
Okay. For sure. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you fit into this. I'm assuming you take your green thumb clothes and put it away, or
Yeah. Oh, put it away and kind of like tuck it underneath the like chef's servant garb to make it look kind of more like I'm just like a little bit more rotund.
Mhm.
And then I want to eavesdrop on the door as much as I can, and then if I hear movement coming from any of the doors, to kind of act as if I'm trying to get like supplies or ingredients together.
okay. Give me a second.
The
You still
plan
want
is
me to stay
deviated.
with you, or do you want me to not?
I
I guess since I can't communicate that with you, just place me where you need me to go.
The only
Stay
problem
here.
is I know that wild shape only lasts for a certain amount of time, and I don't know
3
how long it's
hours.
going to take. Oh, okay, a lot longer than I originally thought it was just an hour, but I
No,
3
that's
hours per-
polymorph.
right.
Polymorph
Okay.
that lasts an hour. With the wild shape, it lasts depending on like their level, I
We're gonna
believe.
full ratatouille this bitch.
Sweet.
I'm gonna put you underneath the chef's hat.
Good. Good. I have my own little chef's
Control me now.
Sure. Awesome. All right. So
I'll fold a little napkin up to give you your own little chef's hat.
God. right,
That lasted 3 hours.
No, I mean that definitely took a little, like 5 or 10 minutes to do that.
Yeah, because
3 hours, but then it's also 3 hours bonus action if no 3 hours I change back, but then I can use another action to go back, so it's
like
So
12 seconds.
5
just-
hours and 52 seconds.
so
Crazy.
like
Whatever.
yank my hair if you need to change back, and then I'll set you down so you don't change on top of my head and go back into to rat form and break my fucking neck.
Oh, you crushed my spine.
Exactly.
All right.
Well, it appears that you have crushed my spine. Did you not do that next time?
So you
Meep,
go
meep.
ahead. Meep, meep.
Can you change into a little meat?
No, because it's not
No.
a beast.
So
can we homebrew a beast that is a little meat?
we'll see.
Okay.
You go ahead and are you gonna take anything with you, or just gonna go and just as you're gonna take, like, are you gonna take some knives, or like, I'm a chef? I don't know. Like, are you just gonna?
So I'm gonna like be up against the door.
Oh,
I'm not
I'm
gonna
sorry.
go in the room.
Cool, sure.
And then,
Go-
but like have like a cutting board and maybe like some like parsley like set up like in the nearest table, to where like if I hear movement or like doors moving from any direction, I can immediately get up and start preparing something.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so as you creep up to the door, you don't hear any talking right now, and you put your ear against the door. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Come on, baby. 17 plus 8, 25.
25. Even it being muffled by the door, you can hear in the distance that same Waganasi who spoke to that halfling servant earlier. She says, make it quick. My associates are going to be here very soon, so if you can make everything look nice and tidy. And where in blazes is Verendeva? That's all you hear for right now. After that goes quiet, as it seems that she's moving away, probably. You're going east. On the other, probably heading her way towards more central of the manor. As soon as that happens, the door behind you, all the way, the one the service door, opens up. Immediately walking in, silently, is a drow elf with short white hair, and you recognize him as Donde from the Green Thumbs.
Oh shit.
He walks in, and next to him is this quirky, goofy-looking goblin who also is wearing Green Thumb garbs. He's got like a jester's hat. He's got a little like, looks like a baby rattler, but it also has it has a green painted on skull on it.
I love
and
it.
he has a jagged serrated blade, and he's just always like, "Hey man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking of skipping on the meeting and then going down to the city, gambling over at the Third Arm. I heard that I could cheat my way to 5,000 gold in a night." And Donnie's just like, "Honestly, Frogward, I really don't give a shit. I just want to see this through and put those motherfuckers in the grave. Honestly, I don't want to stay any longer here with these nobles. I don't trust that Verendeva, but Alice Ray has made it a point that we need to work with not only them, but with this nameless gray." But
God fucking damn it.
so, walking in, but then behind them, as they're about to close the door like gets stopped as if someone's hand stops it, and pushing it forward is the beautiful blonde, short hair Nithri. He's like, "Oh, did you say something about me?" And Donde looks at him, he's like, "Look, I'm just gonna be frank. I don't like you, and I could cut you down right here." And as Nithri closes the door, it gives me very like horrifying, big, like curled smile, just like, "I highly doubt that, friend." As he taps on his large, tall ward in the back. The little goblin named Frogger looks up. He's like, "Donde, honestly, not even Luzia could take this guy down. I'm pretty sure this guy's a straight up merc." And he's like, "Thanks, little one." He pats him on the head, and Frogward immediately goes from happy to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna gut you. I'm gonna gut you for real after we finish these arbitrators." And they sort of walk in, and Donde looks at you, and he's like, "Oh shit." And Nithri's like, "Oh, don't worry, I got this. You servant, cook, whatever. Get the fuck out of the way."
I'm chopping, I'm going to literally act like I'm deaf and that I don't hear a single thing.
For sure. Nithri continues sort of like, speaks a little bit louder. Hey, servant, cook, whoever you are, what are you doing? And he sort of like,
Does he like poke me?
yeah, he pokes you.
I'm going to almost mix like thieves' cant with just general like garbage to make it look like I'm like using sign language, saying, "Oh, hello, sir."
Go ahead and make a deception check.
Da 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 da. Deception. 11 plus 7, 18.
Yeah. You do like this little like you probably have saw some actual deaf people use some sort of variation of language, and then you mix it in with some thieves' cant that you learned on the way to just make it seem fluid.
Yeah.
And Nithri just looks at you and he's like, "Oh shit, this guy's deaf." All right. First of all, don't know why they hired a deaf servant. That makes no sense. But dude, can you like move, please?
I nod and go towards the door that they came out that I saw the servants coming in and out of.
Mm-hmm. So Nithri walks past you, nonchalantly past you. Donde walks past you, not even looking at you. And then Frogward the guy walks forward and then he stops. He's like, "You smell good for a cook." Closes the door behind him.
Have no reaction because I'm not fucking hearing them. And what I want to get the fuck off the scene. I do not feel comfortable here. And I think now is the best time for me to get the fuck away from this entire situation.
Okay.
Based off of what like I saw earlier, is there a way that I can like vault over one of these sides of the wall in order to get away down the hill?
So I'll tell you real quick. To
Yeah.
vault over the wall, I mean, you would still have to traverse much of the estate. I will tell you the quickest way if you're literally trying to get like bug out is to probably go where the construction is, where the landslide occurred, and make your way down there.
Okay.
Because that just takes you down to the next level of the hill. That's literally the fastest if you're really trying to get the fuck out.
I guess I'll use that. Still in the servant garb, I guess, because I don't want to be caught as somebody as Daveman trying to get the fuck off the scene. And just be as stealthy as possible while keeping a good pace of trying to get the fuck out of there.
You're dressed as the cook still?
Yeah.
Okay. So you make your way out of the servant's door, probably look around. You see a landscaper guy walk in. He's just like, "Hey," and he goes past you into the servant's quarters, closes the door. Yeah, you gonna start making your way, I guess. Over?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Sure. Yeah, you go ahead and make your way to the edge. You see that there's a little construction area by where launched. This is where the old keep used to be.
Yeah.
So you go through the ruins. And as you're going by, there's like a guard post up nearby. As he looks at you walking towards, he's like, "Hey, you leave something in here, or what are you doing, friend?"
Looking for some ingredients. I think that some of the stuff that they needed for the dinner tonight was left behind in the keep.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
16 plus 7, I think it was. Plus 7, yeah.
The guard looks at you and he's like, well, takes out a little flask. He's like, "Okay, peace.
Later."
Okay, and as you make your way, you see that there is a slope of like rocks and boulders. You're gonna have to make. I'll say you can go ahead and make an acrobatics check your way down, and then I need Elena to make a grapple check real quick to hold on for dear life.
All right. What's a grapple check? Is that just a strength check?
It's athletics. Yeah, it's a strength check.
Athletics. Okay.
But you use athletics with your proficiency in that.
Great. Wonderful. Okay.
So what'd you get down?
Acrobatics, I got a 14.
Okay, cool.
Not the best, but still decent.
I'm sorry. Did you say acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics.
Athletics. All right. That's a 0. That's a 0. I rolled a 4, and
You get a
rats have minus 4 modifier
four.
to strength.
Okay. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and make acrobatics check. I'm sorry, because it makes more sense worthwhile.
If it was going to be acrobatics with that same roll, it would just be a 4.
Okay. As you hop, as you hop from one small boulder down the slope to another, I'll say with your passive perception, you see the little rat Portia fall off from your side or your hat.
Oh no!
Oh, I immediately dive to catch her because I know that fall damage from the top of my head down to the floor.
Go ahead and make acrobatics check, and I'm going to increase the DC.
Yep. Come on. 17 plus 4, 21.
Okay, cool. So you managed to catch her, and you managed to catch your balance and stay on top. So now you're holding on to Portia. Okay, go ahead and make your way down again. So make one more athletics or acrobatics check.
And this time I am holding her in my hands to where that she doesn't fall again.
That's fine. You're just hopping from one boulder down to another.
8 plus 4, 12.
Okay, yeah, that's fine because you're near the low, so there's a lot of rocks and it's a lot more solid ground than on the steeper slopes. Actually, you make your way to the second layer, and I'm assuming you want to just.
I am fucking going. If there is no guards or anything in my way, I am fucking booking it.
Run.
If there's like a good crowd that I can kind of dip into, then just.
Sure. Yeah, you make your way out past the guards and stuff like that. It's no problem. You manage to hide with a group of college students making their way out to go party probably. And yeah, you're out in the city now again.
Make my way back to the Monarch and.
Cool. Well, as you make your way, Zypher sort of pulls up not too far away. Just like, well, that was crazy.
Yeah, there's shit is going down, and we need to talk.
Yeah, I was just wondering why you ran in and out so fast.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So you all reconvene back in the meeting room. I'll let you take it from there.
I grab my gear from Maxine, and as I'm putting it back on. All right. So they were already working with the Green Thumb.
That's
they're
not
working
surprising.
with Nithri. They're working with the Nameless Gray. There is a lot more people at play than we expected.
Who's the Nameless Gray?
I pull out the painting and then I flip it over, the one with that we got from the tomb, with the magic jar, and then I flip it over. They're the ones that apparently stole the jar.
Oh yeah.
I was just like, wow, what the fuck?
Yeah. This isn't good at all.
So we know what we're looking at. Who was there?
Who's Nithri? Nithri's.
Nithri
Gray
was
Mane.
the house carl from
He said that he was just a
Like a
retainer.
vassal.
Retainer,
Yeah, vassal
thank
of.
you.
He's a retainer for the Greymanes.
He was the one that was also at the meeting place when we went to get with Blood Mage Schmerl during the bar fight.
Yeah. Okay.
So we know nothing aside from whoever these nameless grays are. Who is there from the Green Thumb?
The Water Genasi that's I don't know if she has connections to the Green Thumb or not. I genuinely don't as Peak.
Yeah, I will
so
tell you right
I'm just-
now. Yeah, she's not Green Thumb.
I figured, but I didn't know if
when
they
we
were
questioned
connected.
when we questioned that last guy that survived, they said they were just a regular mercenary band.
But they were hired out by
That they were
somebody.
hired. Yeah.
But the thing, most likely they were hired out either by someone from the Green Thumb or something else. Donde was there, and we've already had our fair trouble with him. There was a new little goblin jester-looking feller.
Never sort of speaks up. Who's Donde?
Donde was one of the Green Thumb members that we run into on the way up here to Kartu. We've had some run-ins with the Green Thumb in our travels back between Diligent and...
Right, I heard you guys mention that before, but I was wondering who this Donde was. So he's a Green Thumb guy?
one of the lieutenants / leaders of the group. So
Okay.
they've got forces, and they're preparing something, and I was not willing to try and sneak in and get more information and get my cover blown if they've already been working together.
Yeah, we don't want another Diligent happening again. This is Honda this time.
Exactly. As much as I would love to let everything burn behind me, I'd prefer not to do that this time.
I think you're not the only one. This time I'd like to make it out alive.
That would be preferable, yes.
No,
How are we going to handle this situation with all these groups?
because that
After us
means
join together.
now that makes the information that she has more dangerous. If she knows that we're going to be attacking a cult of Asmodeus or a sector of it, that means they're going to join forces, and that means they could easily try to hit us and weaken us before we get there. And if they're working, we don't know, they're the uncontrolled variable. We don't know who or how many people they have, let alone the enemy that's in the crypt. So in order to divert this, we need to have at least our numbers bolstered, because if that fight before Car 2 was any prevalent matter, they will try to split us up. And if they can't split us up, they will try to do a full assault in an advantageous position. We know they have those tactics. Although I wasn't attacked there, but judging by the way everyone came through,
They're preparing something just as we are, and we need to be ready for it, more so than what we've been expecting with this push on Otidaar.
Well, Honjas or Zypher's just like, well, we know that we know apparently the Green Thumbs. You will have a pass with them. Varendeva now, because we technically killed her brother, but like we don't know why this group, this other group,
His name was Gray.
his name was Gray's involved. Like they are also just as unknown. But yeah, I don't know. This is a lot more stuff now that
Yeah.
I've never thought about.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like we really should still focus on this contract.
Yes,
100%. But I have a feeling that this group that has been
You have a feeling, but we don't know. We don't know if they are allied with the Pilgrims or not.
Oh, I don't know. I genuinely don't know if they're allied with the Pilgrims of Freedom, but the feeling that I have is that they're going to get involved in what we're trying to do. They want us dead. That is 100% certain. The question lies rather if they know of our push on on the crypt to Otidaar, and if they do, our plan may not go as well as we think it's going to go.
Right.
I'm just saying that we have to be prepared for it, because it's better to know, and if it doesn't happen, that's wonderful news. But if it does happen, we've
gathered assets already. We've been making moves to do this now, and if we stop here, this could just continue to prolong the contract.
No, we're not going to stop. I'm just saying we're still going to go forward.
Okay.
No, I'm saying we're going to go forward, but keep that in mind so that if the plan does change and they are attacking us, we have already know this and we can adjust properly.
How are we going to adjust?
Keep our allies close. I can inform the mercenary band that I hired or have procured. Then once tomorrow, like when are we going to head out to the crypt? Tomorrow?
Yeah, what's the game plan here? When are we going to launch this assault?
When are the followers of Heronius going to get here?
They're Pusher. Pusher told you that they're camped out waiting with the followers of Rinju.
Okay.
On the banks of the Tiber. But they're waiting for someone to, the Central's waiting for your orders. So far.
So we should head out to them so that they don't know. Hopefully that we're going to be out there, and plus we'll have greater numbers and under the protection of those numbers.
What about tonight?
Yeah, I say we make our way out there tonight.
This group of people is meeting right now. They're not going to have enough time to get forces and make a push on us until we are already done, hopefully, with this Otidaar bullshit. If we can get out there tonight with our forces before they realize what we've done, we may be able to beat them to the punch and get out of here before shit pops off.
It's true.
Yeah, so I agree with that. It's if we go under the assumption that they aren't a part of it and they're just attacking us to eliminate us, then we can
They-
get out beforehand. But
They-
if
They
we
definitely
if,
have intentions to kill, but that is all I know. I was not able to stick around enough to get more information. I just know that they have those allies and that this isn't going to be something to take it lightly. The guards said that we'll be seeing them real soon.
yes, so that is the thing of if we're going to, we should leave tonight. Get there, be under protection of better numbers, finish the contract, and get back to Torcon.
Are we
Because
trying
at
to do
this-
subtly out of the city? Leave subtly.
The less of a ruckus we can leave, the better, I guess.
Well,
If-
that brings into concern. It's still Zypher. That brings the concern of the mercenary company that people have seen already. That they've seen Lord Dupree bring here. We also have your 50 mercenaries that you need to hire. I don't know how well controlled you can get them through the city. What are your plans on that?
I mean,
If we're trying to be subtle about this and leave at night without anyone knowing. I'm just putting out some things, concerns, in all honesty.
I haven't thought that far. Obviously, this brings a new wrench into our plan.
Sure, we have numbers still already, and they probably already seen the followers of Renju make their way over. So I'm also just saying that if we want to keep adding, if we really want to get all of our forces, those are just other two concerns I personally have.
I
I
guess.
say subtlety is not in our best ways to leave the city as of right
Just-
now.
just
But
speed.
I think right
Just go.
now we just before they can get their allies together and get to us.
Right.
If we can get everyone together, get over to the crypt before they have time to rally their forces, will be our best option to attack.
And that doesn't mean all of us can't leave subtly.
Right,
Because
right,
if they see like a few of us leave, then they won't know where the rest of us are, and that can give us an element of surprise.
true, we could split up into teams and go different.
But stay
different-
very
different
close to each
goals.
other.
Yeah, at least within range of our
Yeah.
headsets.
So that way, at least, they know, well, these few people left with this many people, but we did not see. Because just as before, our best element of surprise was the fact that, with Argos, was the fact that they did not know where everybody was or what everybody was doing. So they were not prepared. If they do decide to rain down on us before we get there, we can still have that element of surprise in order to have at least a little leverage on them.
And Zypher's just like, yeah, but we also have to remember that we made a scene with Lady Trefnor, and Lady Trefnor's here, so they definitely, at least somebody knows that she's here with us or in
Yes.
the city.
she's going to be leaving with us to the
Correct.
crypts.
I would assume so. So okay.
Yes. But I'm just saying, at least give us at least any semblance of
So what's the plan?
upper hand.
What's how are we gonna do this, guys, gals, everything?
I
say-
can leave first with the mercenary group and Lady Truffanor. Start
I'm go-
heading towards the crypts.
I'm gonna head towards the third arm right now and grab any of the hollowed hoods that I can. The only problem is that the Green Thumb have also been at the third arm, so we run risk of someone there being involved.
So how are you gonna deal with it?
I guess we'll find out when we get there, because it all depends on how many Green Thumb are there. I've already hired up the hollowed hoods; they already have the gold. So depends on how quickly they are willing to take care of the situation.
As they keep their word, right? They're hollowed hoods, right? Don't they just thugs?
They also deal with coins, so if I need to throw a little bit of extra money around to get them to listen to me, then
Sure.
so be it.
What about everyone else?
If you do need someone to at least I guess back you up in a sense, I did learn I do have a trick. I don't really use it all that often, but with my one thing that I learned from I can go in invisibility, or, you know, be able to aid you.
So you, me, and Maxine enter the third arm, rally the forces, and lead the troop out. Nemea grabs her mercenaries and Lady Trefnor, and
And if
Portia and
one
Zypher
other
get-
person wants to come with, or
Ponja's like, I'll go with the
Actually,
Maya,
drink some tea.
and Zypher is like, me and Portia can make our way together. We can share my horse and make our way.
Then you guys get with the followers of Arinju and the Knights of Erroneous, and let them know that we're going tonight.
Yeah, are we all meeting? We're all going to the same spot, right? We're all going
Yes.
to. Okay, cool.
Meet up where they're already banked out at the Tiber River and push as a force.
Yeah, you all know the general area where their encampment is, so it shouldn't be too big of a
Wait,
problem.
so we're gonna go in through the front door, and we're not going to sneak around to the back?
No. We're just going to the camp right now because it's
Okay, so we'll meet in the
Staging
camp,
point.
and then
Yeah,
okay.
Then
I
we'll
just wanted
do
to
the
make sure.
whole battle planning,
Cool,
the real
cool.
battle planning, and stuff like that. If that
Awesome, sweet,
Yeah.
cool.
We're just all meeting at the camp where the Knights of the Cerulean Knights and the Followers of Rinju are currently at right now with Essential.
Cool.
All right, that's the plan. Okay. As each, who's leaving first? I guess who's leaving first? Actually, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter.
I can leave first with Lady Trefnor and the mercenaries.
Yeah, it's Zypher and you, Portia. You guys make your way to
Just
Zypher's
me.
horse.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, Portia, on the road again.
I'm thrilled.
I am too, Portia. We're almost done. He helps you up onto his horse, and you guys make your way at a good speed out the city. Zypher will go because I feel like Nick would be like, I'm gonna go take the path less traveled. I'm gonna go through the crumbles. So you're gonna go.
And we're going to
Straight
go
through all
through the
bullshit.
river. Just fuck the bridge, go through the river.
You're gonna swim. All right, okay. So all the Azers are gonna just go in the water. Hilarious.
Horse knows how to swim.
Yeah, it's fine.
So slowly, you eventually does anyone want to say anything to Andruzu or the kobolds before they leave?
I'll leave a note for Anjuzu.
Okay, you give it to Drezik. Drezik looks at it, he's like, it was nice serving you all. So you guys take care.
I still have to be back for my gem that she said she'll look into.
Oh, okay. Walks away. So you all eventually make your way in different intervals throughout the night. You tell Hallian to keep his rowdy Azus down. He scoffs about it, but then you give him a serious look, and he's just like, all right.
Thank you.
Slaps like 12 of them in a row. Get in line. Stop drinking. You stop drinking too. He says the same answer.
Throw punching everyone.
Just some really hardcore stuff going on over there.
I don't know, but I've been told.
Causes a little bit of. No, I was kidding.
Honest, Name doesn't know why she's getting excited.
So you make your out.
Nemea knows.
You make your way
Nemea
out.
knows exactly why.
And Peak, Maxine, and Kemdir, you all make your way towards the third arm. Kemdir, you sort of post up outside or inside, keeping a watch on Peak.
Yeah, I would try to stay,
Of course.
lurking. Just like I would have the hood, and I still have the white mask on.
The white mask on. Sure.
So
For
you just see like half of just this white, like porcelain face, and just
Hollywood
sitting.
were never going down.
So
Shit.
Mark, Mark's nearby. He
I've
looks
been
at you
wearing a mask ever since
the
like
entire time. Yeah.
I know,
for the
but
past few days.
I know, but it's just
Mark-
like the way that you described
I
it
wonder
now.
if he takes it off to shower. Or
Mark-
it's just really smelling.
Mark looks at you as you're like standing nearby. He's like, "Huh, you're a big fan of the opera now too, huh? It's a good show."
Yes. Yes. No. It's
Right. He's just and Mark's just like, right. You not gonna drink or anything, or
mm,
Me.
no.
okay? What is this red?
Portia scampers away.
Zypher's just like talking to himself, like, so Portia, when we get back, Portia, what the?
Oh, I missed you already.
So Peak, you do find at least 30 of the 50 that you were promised there. Chandril looks at you. She's like, you can hire some of these other vagabonds too. They're pretty much the same skill level. If you want, it's just going to be another gold per head.
Do any of them look like hollowed hoods or anything?
No,
Or not hollow
these
hoods. Fucking green thumbs.
green thumbs. No, you don't see any green thumbs here. At least, no, if they're wearing any green thumb clothing. Maxine sort of goes to Chandra, and she slides a gold coin. Has there been any green thumbs coming in here? And Chandra sort of takes it. No, I haven't heard anything. Though there was a goblin here last night, but he hasn't come back yet. And Maxine looks at you, gives you the look.
I nod. All right, how many of you fuckers are ready to go?
You see like 20, at least like 15, 20, like finishes their mug. I am.
Fantastic. I check another a pouch of 20 gold over to her and take the 50 now.
Yeah, now you have 50 hoodlums, half drunk. Right.
We have priests and whatnot that have lesser restoration that could work on that, I guess, right? That's how that works?
Yeah, you're just a large drunk mob making your way out of the city.
I don't know, but I haven't taught.
Some of them have horses, some of them don't, so it's gonna be a little bit slower truck for you, as everyone else has either is going via horse or wagon. But it's no concern. Kemder's keep an eye out. Maxine, you are always keeping an eye out, and
they'll shake up. They'll sober up by the time we walk there.
Yeah, for sure. With that, we're gonna go ahead and end early today. That's pretty much it. We'll pick it up next week, y'all. With Black Lotus officially preparing for the final showdown. We'll see. But that won't be until January, so that's gonna be in the next year. Unless something miraculous happens next Sunday and Dom is available. But I doubt it, which is fine because
schedule drops on Wednesday, so I'll let you know. Most likely that will be scheduled on Sunday though.
True. Which is fine.
Tell them to fuck off.
Yeah.
I already did today.
But regardless, so we will see you all in the coming year.
Yeah, guys.
On 2nd of Saturday.
Huzzah!
Yeah, guys, gals, everything in between and out of spectrum. Thank you for the most important thing, and that is your time. Be ready for the new stuff that's coming, because in the new year, new overlay, new things, new stuff happening. It's gonna look sick, if I do say so myself.
Yuck.
Chef's fucking kiss, goddammit.
So, guys, we will see you later. Wait, well, actually, before we leave, shouldn't we see if anyone's on to raid?
Oh, yeah.
God dang
That's
it,
probably
dude.
a good idea.
That's up to you.
God dang. I should. If there's doesn't look like it. Nobody on the team is live, so yeah. Bye.
Bye. Later.
Bye.